me. I seemed really excited to say no.
I almost said help. I don't know why.
Yep, that's what it's all about. Okay, so last time you guys had an interesting session where you started back up having a bath. Most of you had a peaceful, enjoying experience.
There's a raccoon getting the trash.
It was going on so long.
It was so peaceful.
It was so peaceful. The static is just like really bringing you in, that serenity. Some of you took part in companionship. Some of you took part in exploring fantasies of elemental, whatever the fuck that was. Some of you had nightmares come to life, but ultimately you all had a good time.
Yes.
But a few things of note happened while you guys were at the Sky Reach Around. One of which was our boy made a couple of deals. One with a Mr. Eustace Thatch.
Eustace.
And then another with
all his sons.
one of your own, with Thrice.
Yeah.
And to celebrate, you had a celestial ambrosia by the bar. The 3,000 gold piece drink, of which was put on a tab of an unknown individual to most of you.
Thanks.
Which
Thanks, Rice.
gave you a boost to your wisdom score. Did you add that to your sheet?
No, I think I forgot because I rolled it like that just now.
Remember, add a 1 to whatever it is. So if it's a 13, go to 14, 14 to 15, but not
1 to the modifier.
Yeah, not 1 to the modifier, 1 to the actual score. After that, you exited and decided to get some rest for the night. You figured, why not 2 birds, 1 stone? So you went to the tavern of which you last heard Kaylin was sighted, which was the Hollow Ember Inn. Formerly known as the Hollow Ember Inn. The once getting there, you did some investigation, finding out that Kaylin was brutally and just horribly murdered. And while finding out more information about it, Thrice, in partnership with Goody, committed a couple more murders.
So the bartender did it.
It's true. I saw it happen.
Yeah. If we're talking the meta of what the players know, what the characters know, the bartender's a dirty, scummy piece of shit.
Yeah.
And you're a hero.
And very violent.
Yeah.
Rice got felt up by a captain.
He's a lying bastard now.
Yeah. But for the rest of us that know what happened,
he murdered 2 men just out in the open.
Hey, you got away with it?
I would say broad daylight, but it was nighttime at that point.
yeah.
Yes.
But you went through some of the belongings of Kaylin. You also found a note after all of this happened, the guards came, kind of patted you guys down, and had some suspicion of some of you guys, but ultimately came to the conclusion, nothing to see here, move along. You went through some of the belongings of the owner in his office, finding, I think, 75 gold pieces of just kind of miscellaneous money hanging around, some documents around taxing, and just overall just how to run the business type of documents. But then there was a chest full of gold, about 2,000 gold pieces worth, which you slyly shoved into your your magic bag of holding.
That is what I call my
Yeah. But it had a note that said, "I'm so sorry."
Crazy.
Still never figured out
So-
who wrote that.
Yeah,
So-
no, it's crazy.
So being that
Crazy,
Kaylin,
crazy.
Probably the bartender.
yeah,
Probably.
being that Kaylin was the brother of Aberdeen, Thrice was like, we can't sleep here, so you guys went to a different inn, just kind of next door. A few of you guys left. I believe you also went with them, but the rest of you all stayed at the previously known Hollow Ember Inn. And next morning, the guards came back with paperwork saying, "Hey, you said you would take over this bar. We need someone to run it. It's yours. Just sign on the dotted line." And that's kind of where we ended up. So next morning, you guys are all back at the oh fuck yes. Also,
Oh.
in the
Oh,
belongings,
yeah.
and that's actually thank you. That's a really good point. In the belongings, you had found his notebook, which had various spells and things like that, listing, sort of writing notes. Yes, Kalen's notebook. Sorry, not the owner of the bar. Kalen's notebook. That had various kind of descriptions of spells, but also there was notes written to his patron, the seer. In the box of belongings, there was also 3 kind of bronze emblems. Yeah, kind of emblems, about yay big, kind of the size of like pennies, dimes, or sorry, pennies or nickels, kind of a little bit bigger. But they were in the shapes of eyes, very similar to the eye of Nithra. Not obviously a replica, but definitely made in the image. One had a purple hue. After realizing that the purple hue had a connection to Ythril, you quickly decided, well, let's try the other one, in which you also had a connection to Ythril. There was psychic damage taken, but ultimately he said, you're not worthy. Take it off.
No, yeah.
Get my name out your mouth.
Yeah. But you guys have them. The guards come, give you the paperwork. What are y'all doing?
So the bar's cleared out, right?
I'd assume so.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
still make the assumption that the people who were sleeping there overnight got up and fucked off because
Someone
of the
was
death.
disruptive.
Good.
Right?
Of the
Double
additional death, yeah.
There's a double.
They got a good deal because of the one dead guy, but now that there's 3 dead guys, they still feel like they overpaid.
Temporary things due to murder.
Yeah, they're gonna leave a review that's not in your favor for your new
It's
business.
fine. We'll
But
rebrand.
it's going to be under the old name
New
anyway.
management.
So.
Under new management is rebrand.
Sheets were soft but bloody.
So we've got 2 things we've got to do before we leave. The first is, what do we want to do about your brother's room?
You can make it a shrine or something.
I can burn it now.
Arson works great on
Well,
hotels.
About that.
I can't either.
About that, we're missing a door to that room, so you're gonna need one of those.
But if you burn it all down, you ain't missing shit now.
Yeah, that would be nice if it wasn't right smack in the middle of the structure.
You're acting like this is your place. It's not like you put any effort into it.
But it's mine now, so not that you'd know class would slap you in the face. Anyway,
I get you a sponge.
I've been with higher class than you can imagine they're involved.
well, I have no imagination, so fuck you. Anyway.
Self-burn.
That's all that Cody wants to do is come here and just fuck good.
This is a bar management sim now.
I'm down.
So, do you want us to clean out the room, or do you want to, I don't know, go in there and say,
Why is he looking at me?
Well, because it's your brother's room. At this point, I would just, build a wall where the door used to be.
mm-hmm.
Build a wall.
Just block it off.
That sounds like some sort of politician. I've heard of that.
Can
I
I
think
go
we should
look
build
at
a
it?
wall.
No.
I would like to go see what
You do
happened.
not.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe
I
don't
don't think it's a very good idea for you to see what's
It
inside
was
that
pretty
room.
hard for you to hear about it, let alone see it.
I'm a very stable person.
You
I can
are
do it.
not.
That's quite the opposite.
We have different terms of statement.
I wouldn't call it short and close to
I
the
think
ground.
that you should
didn't
remember
say.
him in the way that you do, not by all the bloodstains in the room.
Like it's one piece, not many pieces thrown
Right,
about the wall.
right.
I mean, I'm sure they're great people, despite some of the killing that they've done, but maybe they missed
They-
something.
Do you really?
No, they did not miss anything.
Fucking with Rice.
Well,
And
yeah.
other people.
Yeah. So the guards were here too. We had the whole captain lady.
Come on, Thrice, what's the matter? If she wants to see her brother's remains, so to speak, why don't you just let her do it?
It might let her make a better decision about what she wants to do.
I
You
really,
can't hold
There's actually
back.
no remains up there.
I really don't think one should go
Smears.
in there.
I think there was.
You have to let her
No,
see.
there's nothing up there.
You have to let her see a bit of reality.
I'm
Well,
not
stands
actually
alone.
pretending. Might be wrong.
No.
I really don't
No.
think
Yeah,
that you should.
And that's a lot of blood up there.
There's a lot of blood. And it's going to traumatize you even further than you obviously already are.
Maybe it's not his blood.
It is.
I
Are we
mean,
sure?
that's debatable.
Yes.
Well, we can't tell now. They burned up his body.
That's probably over the edge.
Well, never mind.
Both?
I thought they did. I thought they
But it was,
threw him over the edge.
Oh, yeah.
So do we
Hope he didn't
want
hit
to
you on the way
leave
down.
her brother's blood all over the room, or do we want to
well, obviously not.
We should
clean it up, board it off?
Are there laws about having to disclose that someone got murdered in a room?
Well-
I don't know. What this
I'm sure that it's common courtesy, I think.
blacker?
Well, it's-
If by common courtesy you mean
Lord.
business opportunity.
The real estate
yes,
laws.
but I want to respect.
You better
her.
know it.
What if you painted the room red and called it the honeymoon?
Oh God.
I call it more like a desperation suite.
Oh.
You offer that one at a discount. I think you probably get it.
We should tell him.
Well, so we should get someone in here to clean the room out while we're gone. Do you think?
Is the government not responsible for cleaning up the
The
mess?
government didn't even know it was a double murder that happened yesterday.
They cleaned up like 15
They
minutes
disposed
into the
of the
street,
body.
so.
Help you out there.
Maybe Aberdeen wants to volunteer cleaning.
Maybe they have an insurance policy.
And aren't you able to just like, I don't know, pick up some of the earth and just block the whole
Me?
thing? Yes, aren't you a druid?
Not that kind of druid.
Oh, she's a
It's on the
druid.
second
It's
floor.
on the second floor made of wood.
Why
Yeah,
don't
what
you just
is-
bring up shards of wood in front of it and just block it?
I don't.
Why are we so concerned about this bar?
I
Don't we
want-
have bigger and better things to be
We
doing?
do.
Because
I'll burn
the
it
player's
down.
handbook allows bastions, and he wants one.
Capital B.
You can
I mean,
get hirelings.
Could I use like water just to clean it all up magically? Like to
How
control
strong
water?
do you think water is?
Yeah.
Like a power washer? Like,
I mean,
Right, so my thoughts were we could pay someone some money to clean the room while we're looking at the Star Gardens, and then
Wow, thoughts is singular. In your
Remind
case.
me, who else works here that isn't dead?
no one.
Great. How do we find somebody to clean the room?
Well, let's just hope that somebody doesn't get a little murder happy with the cleaner.
Yeah, Aberdeen. Shit.
speaking
I
of,
only murdered one person. I'm sorry.
You know, for
That-
her keeper, you set her off pretty often.
And also, this
Yeah.
shows that she's not quite stable enough to go into that bloody room.
what,
Don't worry, maybe she had some. Maybe they had children and
They killed
or for
children.
your business.
No. You killed the parent of a child.
Yeah.
yeah, she just orphans
Oh,
it.
that's how
Oh,
her
you
parents-
orphaned a child.
Well, that's
Oh,
why.
really?
That's kind of her brand.
dang.
Orphan down.
It's another mouth to feed, but also a money making opportunity. down the
Yes.
I
line.
shouldn't go into the family.
You already have.
You are the family.
Let's just say it's in your blood or not.
Shade, what does this building look like? Is it like a brick exterior with wood inside? Like what? What does the structure look like?
This
It's
is a
it's
bloody
mainly wood.
diagram
Yeah,
of
it's mainly
business.
wood. A lot of the buildings here are made of wood because it's close to it's lighter than say stone or something
Yeah.
like that because it's on this elevated platform. I mean, it's 4 stories.
4 stories.
Yeah.
okay.
Remember, the first floor is the bar, and then there's 3 stories of rooms. Total of 21 rooms.
Which one are we in?
You guys,
The dead body. Sorry.
the dead was in
Second
number
floor.
7.
On
was on
floor
the-
1.
Second floor.
No, it'll be on the second floor because
So
there's 7.
bar and then 1 through 7
Yeah, exactly.
through
Here's what
20.
we do, right?
right
We
through
build the
13?
stairs past
Mhm.
floor 1.
8
And
through
we just
20.
forget about it.
2. Whatever.
Whatever.
You're almost halfway full.
No.
Shut up.
I
Cut it from,
I mean,
and then we luxurize.
I didn't sign this deed. It's not
The
mine.
top 2. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we just pay somebody to
we
clean
can
it and
give
be on
two
our
shits
way.
about that.
I mean, yeah, I thought he could clean it, but
Now hold on, do I have a
You didn't
permit?
make floor
Good.
2
you have the psychic.
our constant residence rooms, and so we
Right.
don't rent those out.
And that is a good point.
I don't have to talk
The-
to them.
Bids for ownership is closed, so
What?
anyone who would like a room whenever they like is welcome to stay here.
That's
whenever
crazy
they
that you
need.
decided to be the owner of this. The last one was poisoned.
That's true. I hope not to make any of the same mistakes.
It was by the bartender, but if you need one, I'm up for hire.
I can tell you right now, I'm about to witness the same exact thing I did the first time around.
there, as you guys are deliberating what to do with the room and all of that, heavy footfalls from outside of the bar in the streets. You guys hear approaching, and leaning down.
Oh, he's probably not somebody.
Leaning down to fit into the door frame is Oren, your shark friend. Hey guys. Hello. I heard some things happened.
It's crazy.
You guys are really making an impression in the city.
Wrong place, wrong time. Mostly.
I disagree. Opportunity comes knocking, and it sounds like you opened the door.
I feel like he just walked
No,
in.
the bartender killed him.
The bartender did kill him.
I
That
didn't
wasn't
kill the
us.
bartender, but it was
It's
self-defense.
tragic. I understand. I
I
get
just-
it.
It's like one of those cop shows where they're like, "So how are you today?" I didn't kill him. I didn't ask that.
That's not what I asked.
That is exactly what just happened.
You gotta prove your innocence up front, okay? Court of law here is very different.
But I promised I'd check in. It's only been less than a day,
True.
and
You
so
know-
much apparently has happened.
Do you know any cleaners by chance?
Excuse me?
Cleaners
Cleaners.
Or workers.
or bartenders?
You got some blood stains on the walls, man. That's what they're getting to.
There's also some behind the bar that I feel like they've all forgotten about.
I did forget about that.
Well, it's
From the murderer's
it's
bartender.
a mostly coagulated pool than a like.
There is a couple outlines in it of bodies.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find somebody for you. Do you need someone permanent or just
We need a bartender.
Just for the day.
for the day?
We need a
Sure.
bartender.
Well, we already. But I.
Certainly need some.
This is a no place
Out
to
of
run
character,
right
Cody
now.
wants to do interviews.
For, if you can spare 10 silver, then I can get
I'll
someone.
give him 2 gold.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Right.
Maybe a little more. That's
Cleaners.
You'll have a crew. You'll have a crew.
Why are you paying?
He signed it as well.
Yeah, I signed it as well.
It's like-
That's for looking.
Looks
Then
like
free-
you're right.
then
Just like a
free
little
sign.
extra, like thanks
I
for
really
helping
do.
us find someone.
You see him like take it.
That's so cute.
Keeps it level.
What
Yeah.
happens if one falls?
Hmm?
Never mind.
What?
So what happens if one falls?
We established their flippers that split into fingers
Oh,
when
that's
you
right.
use them too.
For aerodynamics while walking, they're flippers. Okay, so he also he takes the money happily. He says, "I'll have a crew take care of this. They'll be done by midday, so they'll be done quickly." So I said I was going to ask around about what happened with the city.
Oh yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
Yeah, turns out.
Oh, right. We're here on a mission.
Turns out I was correct in saying since the city's inception almost 1,500 years ago, that's never happened. So I want to share with you all what the fuck. I talked to about a dozen business owners throughout the city,
Did we find out it was an eye guy?
and everyone said they had not seen anything like it. The only one of the common variables that I've noticed is you all.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, it's definitely one of them 4 fucks right there.
Don't you have the magic
Later,
book that
Lord,
makes
have
wishes?
you all
Hold
seem
on.
to have a whole.
Hold on. This isn't an accusation.
You're right, my bad.
I'm just saying.
It feels like a threat.
I'm just saying. People are talking, and names have been put around.
Which ones?
All of you. The 8 of you have been marked as suspicious.
I'm
Right.
suspicious.
You're
What?
the most
Suspicious?
probably.
Who has
Don't
marked
be
us
suspicious.
It's just sort of the town's. I've been talking to.
Was it by like the underbelly or the actual god?
Make a persuasion check.
Well, dang. Now they just sold this bar to
12.
half of the suspicious group.
I'm just.
Permanent resident.
I'm just.
You said persuasion?
Yep.
That's a 13.
He says, let's just say we've had conversations with everyone in between.
Did we ever find out that guard's name yesterday, the captain?
He said it, but I don't remember.
George.
No,
Do you-
No, it was a
George
woman.
was just
Another woman.
Do you think that it's us that has caused this?
No, not the city falling.
But
But I do believe there's connections to be made.
Oh,
I am
From-
absolutely not
We have a reason
connected
to-
whatsoever.
No, you're the brother of the guy who's connected.
From the medallions that
Yeah,
we
we
talked
can't. All
about.
this stuff was with the ship.
Well, no, but he doesn't know that. We haven't talked to him since after the shit.
Alright.
I don't want to.
Well,
So from the
Or
medallions
the facts that I
in that conversation to the double homicide from last night to the fight that broke out outside of
I
my
think we consider it
building,
murder-suicide.
oh my goodness.
just from all of that, it's hard to imagine how it's not connected. I don't think it's in the capability. No offense, the
None
capability for any of you to have pulled something like that off, considering we don't even know how it could have happened. So, but
I'm not listening.
I
Not
see.
yet,
Not
not
yet.
yet, not yet.
Not your portion. The other part, though.
I see no suspicion and raise you
stop.
these.
Evidence.
What is
Just
that?
the little
So that's
brass
It's just the
eyes.
key to the bar.
Sorry, I'm a tax-paying
Yeah.
business owner. It's the two. The two.
You have
eyes.
one, I have one.
Copies.
She has one.
Yeah, you only have one, right?
Yeah, he has the purple.
Both hands, one eye.
And he reaches out. He
It's
reaches
like
out
so
to
kitty.
grab it from you. He reaches out to grab it from you.
Yeah, I'll hand it to him.
You hand it to him, and he's like,
So the man that I'm looking for, you slap that on your forehead, you'll be able to talk to him.
Wouldn't do it.
Do
It
it.
fucking hurts.
Hey,
he's
No,
like,
no, no.
That one didn't hit me.
that belongs to me.
Don't.
Maybe. What?
Since when?
Well, if it was my brother,
Why does this
it would
belong
be
to you?
mine then.
It would be your brother's.
Which would, if he died,
Well,
would it
because
go to
technically
me?
next
Find
of
his
kin would be.
keepers.
Just have a
I
wall.
don't think we
wall
won it.
of
Last
words.
time you put one of those on, you had a migraine. It was weird. And then I had a migraine. Really weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't put it.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
I would put it on.
So that belonged to her brother,
Okay,
who
give it a try.
is deceased, who is worshiping the man that I'm trying to find, who is apparently trying to.
Hatred by. Worshipped is a strong word.
You don't know for sure.
Right, he was a warlock who was.
That's a little different.
Was he?
Right. So anyway, his patron.
Thank you.
Okay. His patron was the man that I'm looking for, who is apparently collecting souls or harnessing souls. So,
He's also the one that took the energy out of the crystal.
"Can you prove that?"
We don't know for sure.
well,
Well-
when Flint gets
No,
back,
no, no.
When
Your
the
brother.
ship we were on that had it happen to was attacked by him, and the captain said it was him.
Were you there?
You know, but there's only 2 people on the ship.
That's
Everyone's-
also my
we-
brother.
We saw the aftermath.
We saw the aftermath of a falling skyship with a
So-
what are the crystals called? I don't know. I don't know what
The
the
lift crystals, yes.
Yeah, it had no energy and it was falling.
Again, I'm not here to place blame or accuse anybody,
Well,
but
Yeah.
I would keep that story close to your chest.
Fair.
Because here's how it sounds to someone who wasn't there, like me. It sounds like you showed up with an artifact that is particularly rare and tied to a specific governmental group. Already suspicious. And then there's, if that wasn't a coincidence enough, there's another one that's also in the city, a similar artifact that I had just been interacted with. And then while all of this is going on, the ship that you came in on sinks due to this alleged person. The city sinks due to this alleged person. And then you say when you boarded this ship, the only person there was the captain of the ship and not this person that you're blaming, but instead all of you were there.
Starting to
Were you
think
not
that
on
they
the
look
ship?
Pretty suspicious.
us 2 of us.
We're not
Okay.
I think it's more that we
Maybe
can't
they
trust
are
anybody in the
trouble.
city.
So
No, we also
again,
ship. We're
again,
not
We're not entirely sure how the hell they got back up.
again,
Yeah, I don't. Oh, shit.
pay attention. or your lives will be forfeit. Shut the fuck up.
Okay.
Right now, everyone thinks you're the one who dropped the city. The ship you came in on dropped, and it only came up because of you. You got off the ship, that ship left. You go to a bar, and somehow the owner and other worker died, and now you have somehow become the owner of the bar. This is not looking good for your reputation. Please. I've spoken with you, others have not. I don't think you are capable of doing these awful things to the city. This is a beautiful city. That drop so far has been responsible for at least 200 deaths. If it happens again, at any more severity, buildings could crumble. Whatever you're messing with here, take it the fuck out of my city. Or millions will be dead. Do you understand? I'm coming as a warning, as a friend. Don't make me come.
I mean, the retrail's right over there.
It's too much of a
Don't.
pause.
Well, then I laughed, so I couldn't think of what to say. Don't make me come as an enemy. Don't make me come as an enemy.
I'm hard to hit on the right ear. Can you come again?
I might. So, I'll leave you now. Let's see what today brings. Bye. And he leaves, noticeably does not give you back that eye
Oh,
when he turns.
Hey, could I get that back from you?
And he
Hey,
steps
that's
out the door. And
fine.
Hey, could I? I'm gonna like go tap him on the back. Hey, no,
that's
no,
fine.
no.
No, we don't.
he looks down at you and he says,
Can I have it back, please?
no.
Right. Give it back, please.
Uh-oh.
And he turns and kind of growls, and you see his like the.
I want to try and grab it.
The gills are like widening. And he says, "I said no.
Why do you need it?
Collateral.
For what?
For you.
That's my only way of contacting him.
I don't want you contacting him.
I want to kill him and rid your city of this problem.
That seems helpful.
I want this problem solved more than you can imagine. Probably as much as you can imagine at this point. I don't want anybody else dying because of it. If I die in the process, as long as he dies with me, that's fine.
Make a intimidation check.
Not a persuasion check.
That's a nat 1.
Yikes.
Can you see what I rolled? Can you see what that
Nat
is?
20?
No.
You get a nat one.
You get a 2.
Yeah.
Everything you're
That's
close.
it.
Oh, no, you get a one. So.
What is your modifier?
I mean, it's intimidation.
Yeah.
It's charisma based. Yeah, charisma's fine.
Well, I talked to you about being strong and imposing and using that for intimidation. Would this work here?
Sort of.
I mean, if I'm using strength, it's a +5. If I'm using charisma, it goes negative. But I feel like I was not trying to be reasonable.
Your
I was trying to be like, I'm
intimidation
gonna
is
fight a
6.
fucking shark in the street
So
right
it's a
now.
6.
Yeah, I'd say it was 6.
I was
I'm
ready
about
for
to fight it.
answer.
I'm about to fight a shark.
Yeah, you see him kind of look you. You see him look you up and down, and he reaches into his little like pouch where he had the medallion. He pulls it out on his fin, and he looks at it and looks at you. He says, He throws it back at you. Just kind of tosses it. Not throws it. It's not like he's like, yeah. He doesn't do it defiantly. He just kind of like looks at it and just kind of tosses it to you. And he says, "You better make sure you find him, because we know where you are." He turns and stomps away.
I turn.
Don't give that away to anyone again.
That's like a little.
I think we're quite good without it.
Why?
Compared to others.
See, we
They
don't have a
don't-
purple
It's not
one.
the
It's
same.
different. They're different. It's got purple.
Well, he's not.
I obviously did
It's,
something
it's
different.
red.
And also-
These are common, okay?
It didn't make my head go all freaky whenever I use it.
Yeah, I mean, well, you're not
I
going to
think
use
that
it
we should.
anyways.
I
to-
think that we should keep them all close and not let them, out of our sight. To be honest.
It's just weird that we're being accused. He watched us not do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. He really paints a pretty detailed picture of us being suspicious.
No, I understand the suspicion, but we were outside of his establishment,
When the city drunk.
Well, to be fair,
getting punched in the face.
he doesn't have any alliance to us. He has alliance to the people that do find us suspicious. I understand why he's here.
Yeah, but he also has the alliance to what he saw with his eyes.
Right.
To
And he,
think his eyes.
he himself.
Sharks have bad vision.
Fine, and from the blood he smelt in the
Yeah.
streets. Because mine was part of it.
I mean, it was just telling me that we can't trust anybody in the city.
To me, it feels like maybe he's a part of it.
Well, to me, it sounds like I have
We need to
a
work on our
huge
own
following
trust
without
within our
even
group
trying.
first.
I trust you completely.
I understand.
Not even reciprocal.
That might be one of your biggest flaws, Aberdeen. I don't know if you can trust the rest.
Well, gosh, you never know.
I'll always trust you no matter what.
I know. That's
Oh.
great. It's very beneficial for our relationship.
The very enmeshed.
Yes.
Skyline.
Here's the thing. If we're about to be kicked out of this city, I still really do need to get to these guns.
Not as a tax-paying business owner, I want to be.
You
haven't
haven't paid
paid any
any
taxes.
taxes.
He's paying exactly 0 taxes.
You will owe taxes eventually.
You suddenly have realized gains that you need to pay taxes on immediately.
The Starlight Gardens?
Please.
Yes.
Is he gonna get those people to clean the bar after he was like, I hate you guys?
Oh, I guess
Right.
we'll find out. I guess we'll find out when we come back. When we come back.
I think
don't want to leave this place alone.
I think that's
You have the deed.
part of the problem of you going out there and yelling at him in the streets. I don't know. Maybe he will. Maybe he
I'm
won't.
gonna lock up the bar and leave.
Well, there's nothing really in there. You took
Well, if
everything.
you lock it up, how are they going to get in?
I don't care now. He pissed me off. I pissed him off.
Let's leave it unlocked, and if there's anybody in the bar, we just
What captain
have
were
them
you
disappear.
What captain were you talking about before?
The captain that
Flint.
whispered in his ear, I couldn't
No,
remember
not
her
her
name.
The female.
The
The
female.
investigator.
Guard captain.
the chief
Oh God, what was her name?
investigator.
Alaris?
Yeah, you said something. I just can't remember.
Yeah, I don't remember. I'd have to go, but I don't remember. I think it was like Alaris. She's like the chief investigator. I have it in my notes somewhere, but I don't have that pulled up right now.
I was looking through to see other notes.
How far away are the Starlight Gardens?
No idea.
You do know the
Of
blood's
course we
going to
don't know.
attract bugs, right?
Ain't no
That's
video.
really gross.
Yeah.
It just really needs to be cleaned up.
Well, Aberdeen.
It stinks.
We were going to have someone else do it.
Yes.
We also don't own it.
We're leaving.
No,
No, it doesn't smell too bad in there. I don't imagine.
I guess I can
The
burn it.
blood might have dried up and aerate a little bit. Yeah.
So there's no body chunks.
Not anymore.
Chunks is a weird way to.
There
put it.
might be there might be like several thousand feet down.
What?
They throw them off the edge a lot of the time.
Let's just hope it hit one of the parents and you get another child.
Profit.
That's so cruel.
Lose a child, pick a child.
They're just
Well,
worked out.
it's
So, here, this is what I got.
Make a child today by killing a parent.
That's a poster outside their orphanage.
Orphan dad.
Dead parents today, orphans.
All right, so what are we doing?
Starlight Gardens.
Starlight Gardens.
For the person who's not here.
Yeah.
Wait,
Well,
what?
I'll just-
Where did she go?
I think she went in the bathroom.
We can just play that somebody. I went outside and like we're looking for the Starlight Gardens for somebody.
Oh, yeah. Do you want us to
Because
do
we have no
that?
idea where the fuck that is.
Has there, on a side note, around that happened, has there been any kind of like government announcement trying to explain what had happened? You
Yeah, is there
know?
no town cry? Or
I would,
something?
yeah, I would think there's some kind of
Newspaper in the street.
declaration
Get a
or
newspaper.
something. Or are they really trying to pretend like this never happened?
I mean,
Okay.
this thing that happened less than like 12 hours ago.
That's what I'm saying. Well, so that's what I was saying. Figuring today, if we're walking
I
around,
gotta
are we
say,
going
as
to
a
see
side
kind
note
of
too, when you get given a
We're
gold,
probably going to run into
a
it
senior
at the
master
garden.
looks surreal with it.
It does.
Don't forget to unmute your mic.
I'm eating the chips right
I
now.
know. Yeah. I just don't want to forget.
Right. Does anybody have the ability to, I don't know.
Stab someone?
No, set an alarm of some sort?
No. I just do that.
Oh, perfect.
Maybe a spell of some sort. Would you mind doing that?
Oh.
Anyone, us, and Oren, and that's it.
What, step foot in the
That
ball?
can come in without alerting.
What do you want it to sound like
I
when it
mean,
alerts us?
You may not even have to worry about considering that people might know that we were here and we witnessed a murder, suicide.
There's also nothing in there. You took everything.
There's alcohol.
I just want to know if people are there waiting.
Actually,
Which
yeah,
makes me
is
wonder,
there-
what did you
I
find?
would love for people to be there waiting for us. I got a lot of steam to unload.
Is there a good bottle of alcohol left?
Can we at
Like
least
top shelf?
I'm sure.
I don't think they had a top shelf.
Alright.
I don't know if I'm asking.
Alright.
There's
I'll
a decent
pass.
amount, yeah.
Can I just take one bottle of like their nicest whiskey or whatever?
It's a very middle grade, like
Yeah.
middle of the grade whiskey.
I'm gonna cast alarm on
Here,
the.
get one.
I guess the main door. The door. The main door.
It's okay. You
area.
can sit on my shoulders
For
and
the-
get it.
Who do you want it to alert?
There we go.
I mean, what do you want it to work for? Like, what's the alarm?
Oh.
If anyone, I guess. I mean, I don't know if I can do it to where if anyone besides us, I don't know if I can choose.
But just it'll alert you if anyone goes in, which is fine.
Yeah.
We're all gonna be here.
Anyone.
If Oren comes in.
Yeah, if anyone steps foot into the, is approaching and trying to get into the
Now make the sound.
hotel.
Yeah, what's
It's,
that?
it does say handbell.
It's okay,
Oh.
you can try.
Handbell.
If we could change it, I would love if you would do wee woo if someone tries to do
Done. Okay. So are you guys doing this right now?
Yes, I'm gonna cast it.
Okay.
Wait. We need to get out.
Everyone out the door!
Do we need to leave?
We need to leave before I cast this so that.
Damn it.
Sorry. It only lasts 8 hours, so you know.
Right.
But we need to leave, and then I will place it on there. Are we the only ones in the building right now? Because again,
I don't.
if someone's
Has
in the
anybody
building and then
searched the
tries to
rooms?
leave, we're going to be alarmed for.
I would have imagined with how extra I'm being about this bar that I would have checked the rooms.
I mean, I probably would have done thaumaturgy.
Here's the thing: you would assume that, but he's probably gonna throw one in there if.
I'm gonna put a handwritten note that says if you leave the door, you're murdered. I'm just gonna put that
He
on the
was
door.
just agreeing
That's
with
a
me
good
that I
way
checked the
to
rooms.
elicit calm with all these people that are
Yeah.
suspicious of us.
It'll be fine.
You're trapped in this inn.
Yeah, it's
You
how we make
can't
our
leave.
goal.
They can
I'm
leave.
sure
Her
you're only
wee
joking
woo
and
was
helping
going
me.
Her wee woo.
What?
That's going to be
I'm
annoying.
sure
I
you're
don't want
joking.
wee
You don't really
woo
mean
going
it.
off my head. All right, are we ready to leave?
Do we have to go with
Yes.
them? Is there a reason we're gonna spend time with the suspicious people over there?
You're part of the suspicious people.
Yeah, we were added to
He's
that.
He said you suspicious 8.
Will you
To be fair, Aberdeen, if we end up having
Yeah.
to fight out or something along that lines, we should probably be 8 instead of 4.
I feel like we should be
I
inconspicuous.
kind of want to see the guards.
All right, are we ready to leave?
Yes.
Yes. Let's go to the Starlight Garden.
All right.
wait, more bar stuff now.
Oh my God.
She's like, oh, I forgot
Bring
that
it, bring it up.
I know.
I
Bring
will
it up.
climb this
right
bitch
on
to the ground.
I'm done. I'm done.
No,
I'm
it's
done.
not
Let's
Richmond.
go.
You would kick
Let's
the
move the
ashes.
ball.
I'm gonna be the last
I was
one.
gonna be a dick and look at
I'm gonna be the last one to leave, and then cast alarm on the door.
All right.
Oh shit, I forgot one of my flutes.
Oh, so sorry. You're gonna have to do without.
I'm so sorry.
Your flute.
All right.
It's actually a
Oh, yeah.
windpipe.
Thanks.
So the Starlight Gardens are actually its own district within Skyreach. So it's actually its own floating platform. Whenever they talk about different districts, typically they have their own platform. So to get there, you'd essentially walk through a lot of the places you've already been doing, kind of the bustling streets. I will say, as you guys are, we'll just assume you kind of like ask some people and get directions. Do you know where you're going? There's no.
Everyone we ask is like, oh yeah, let's.
You're telling us the absolute wrong way to go.
No. Most of like common town people have no clue who you are. Don't
Okay,
care.
great.
Yeah, it's just the people who like have influence and like control and power.
Awesome, great.
People who could kill us, you know.
Yeah,
Sick.
fantastic.
I'm insignificant in this group. I should be fine.
You murdered one of the pirates.
Oof.
By accident.
You've
Blood
murdered
on
one more
your
person
hands.
than I have.
Damn.
And your brother's directly connected. I feel like you're one of the mortals.
Yeah. And you have one of the eyes.
Sorry.
I don't carry him. I'm carrying her all.
I'm just
So-
putting the list of evidence.
So as you guys are walking through some of the streets, and it opens up into sort of a plaza area where there's like a central fountain, and there's a kind of a pop-up like farmers market sort of thing going on here today. And you do notice as you go into this open plaza, there are how do I put it? So some of the buildings have, from the drop, have like shifted and kind of like are slightly leaning, and you can see that there's damage to some posts and like some of the like rubble from pieces of buildings that fell off due to the drop. This could have been for a lot of reasons. More than likely, it's just less quality construction than some of the other more prominent parts of town. This isn't a bad area by any means, but you can tell it's more just ramshack, just put together quickly. Didn't know it would hold for hundreds of years, and then here it goes. But you do see that you walking through the market. There's vendors selling spices, canned jams, honey, different smoked meats, things like that, like you would see at a farmer's market. There is a vendor that looks kind of familiar to some of you, and it's Erwin. And Erwin has popped up there with his cart, and he has a bunch of
Cabbages.
a bunch of trinkets, on his cart, and you do notice that a lot of the little trinkets look very similar to the eye that you guys have, but it's. Remember how I made a very good point to mention how the ones you guys have do not look poorly made? It's because Erwin's been making his version of them, which are poorly made. Think of it like not even fully round, like circles, like just kind of jagged edges, like where you squish down a penny in one of those like and it kind of flattens out into an not perfect. Yeah, oblong. Yeah, it's sort of like that with paint of an eye on it. So it kind of looks like the what do you call it? The
Like the evil eye.
Yeah, the evil eye. If you guys know what that is, like with the blue and the white. And so it's just sort of painted. You can tell it's based off of the replica of what you guys have. But he's selling them for 5 silver pieces. And he notices you guys walking by and he smiles and waves. You do not have to interact with him. I just wanted to point out that he has the eyes.
Bartender question?
That'd be great.
I don't need somebody.
I was actually thinking about approaching him.
We
at some
could
point.
hire him.
He's gonna make cheap fakes and get himself in trouble.
Do you guys talk to him or pass along? Okay.
I'm gonna save that for after we do the story.
Okay. Are you sure? No more bar stuff right now? And it's weird. He has
telling me no.
and it's weird. He's wearing like an apron, as if he was behind a bar. And he's got like
he's twirling super.
yeah, he's like twirling like these like shakerkins and stuff like that. And he's looking at you and he's just like.
I cross out the question mark and put an exclamation mark.
Wipes off his table, goes, "What's
There's someone who walks up to his cart and he just leans up against it like this.
I might just briefly say, you might want to be careful selling something like that.
Oh, luckily for me, I haven't sold anything.
Well,
He's in need of a
normally I'd stay
job.
around and bark for you to help out your business.
Oh, I love that.
I gotta go.
Oh. Next time.
Oh.
Next time.
Next time. Good to see you guys. In a non-threatening way, like last time.
Yeah.
We need like
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about
What
that.
happened?
Nothing to
Listen,
nothing at
it
all.
wasn't threatened at all.
They don't
just
like
very
it.
Very polite.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Let's just say it didn't end up in a murder-suicide.
When they say stuff like that, it sounds threatening. I don't know.
No.
I don't know what it is.
All
Just-
hesitation.
So you guys keep walking through, and again, you see some of the buildings that have collapsed slightly, not fully, but just sort of
Can I
collapsed.
see if
in on
anyone
this
is giving us like the suspicious eye while we're walking?
corner. Nothing.
Okay.
I mean, you can make a perception check, but
Or just an insight, I guess. Like if anyone,
just like general insight.
yeah, just
Or
like a
from
hey,
anyone
if anyone
specific.
who does look at us, if they're going like, the fuck are they doing, kind of thing.
Yeah, go for it.
That would be a 13.
Yeah, you get the idea that if it was a scale of 1 out of 10, 10 being like you're the most suspicious person and everyone's looking at you, and 1 is like you're invisible, no one gives a fuck. Probably like a 3.
Okay.
It's like there's people who
Just
look.
noticed as a group.
Yeah, people just. Yeah, it's like, oh, I don't think I've seen them around.
Okay.
That's about it. Nothing.
Odd looking bunch.
We're fun.
How many districts are there?
Oh, I think there's 5.
What district are we coming from?
You're coming from the Market District.
Market District. To
'cause
the
you-
Starlight Gardens.
Yeah, because you just came from the Market District, which is kind of connected to where the ports are.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there a little information kiosk where we can grab a map?
Or a board that says you are here.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
You gotta
Just
go
a
to
magic
tourism
little
center.
crystal that moves.
Starlight Gardens is by the JCPenney's, guys.
It's like it's 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. The bridges are connected this way.
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
That'd be dope, but no.
Yeah.
We've only got to know that before we did this.
Yeah. I don't care at all.
You're like, AI, please feed me.
Yeah, no, it can't be that quick. Yeah, so it was called the Cloud Song Market. That's what I was trying to find out. So the Market District was called the Cloud Song Market.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are on the way to the Starlight Garden, which is separate, but it's not far. Nothing's really far here. It's a big-ish city, but it's not scale-wise not huge. Like you guys can probably walk across the city in 4 hours or so from one to the other. But you don't have to because there's lots of lifts and ferries and things that take you across. So you do see kind of outside of this plaza as you guys are walking through, there's a some sort of the signage, we'll say, just to use I like the idea of like there's an information kiosk, right? But there's definitely signage that says Starlight Gardens, this way, and you follow the sign, it takes you to a lift, which is essentially like a ferry that's can maybe hold about 15, 20 people. So you guys take up almost half of it. But really there's only maybe 10 people total on this, including the 8 of you. So, and it's the people going with you, it looks like a mother and daughter. And then they're dressed, interestingly, like kind of monk-ish. They're dressed in like these like golden with white trim robes. Both of them. They look like they're matching. It's adorable. But they are clearly going here for a specific reason.
Have we seen other people wearing that exact kind of robe?
Not really in the town. No. This is the first person you've seen, and they're like
They done up like Sunday best. Would kind of be like the equivalent.
maybe. Yeah, they're definitely gay. Like they definitely cared on how they
that's
were
what I mean,
presenting
like, they,
themselves.
like-
Yeah.
Okay.
Are they acting like they've been there before? Or are they in like we're going to this new place? Like,
Do
what's the
they look
affect?
like tourists? Or
Can
do
I
they
roll
look like
insight
this-
on them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you do that?
I lean into the back of the
Seven.
Thrice and say, really fucked up joke.
I got a nat 1.
Yeah.
You're too nervous right now.
You think they are terrified. There's not a lick of excitement in there. They look scared.
Do we know like how long this lift takes?
About 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Well, you don't know, but
Is it like cable
After-
car or is it like lift crystal?
lift crystal.
Okay. No cable car here.
Everything's lift crystal.
Okay.
But yeah, it takes about 15 to 20 minutes to get there.
I'm gonna just walk over to Vel and ask, are you feeling nervous?
A little. Honestly, at this point, I'm just fed up. I had a bad. I don't know what to call it. I've told you about my nightmares.
Yes.
I had one at the bathhouse,
Oh.
but I was awake.
But didn't you get to choose? I got to choose like what it looked like and who I was with and
Damn.
all of those things.
Damn, she just
Did
victim
you-
blamed the shit out of you.
Did you choose? Did
It was-
happen?
it was what you chose.
Did you choose that? Like,
No,
you just
God,
feeling.
no. I didn't even make it into the room, and it happened. So I got to choose as well, but it happened right before that. It's never happened when I'm awake, ever. So I'm mostly just ready to figure out what the hell this could be and how can I make it stop. I'm
And
sick of this.
Remind me again, what is the significance of the Starlight Gardens? What makes you think that your answers will be there?
My parents have always talked about this place as being connected to whatever ritual they did on me. I don't really know what I'm looking for. I don't know what it will look like. I'm just hoping I'll have a little bit more answers once we're there. I don't know, maybe this, and I'll point to like the constellations, maybe this will point me in the right direction. But I have no idea what to expect, other than that this has been talked about quite a bit.
I hope you find the answer that you're looking for, and if there's anything that I can do to help support, I don't know how. I've never been here either, but if there is anything that I can do to support you in figuring out those answers,
I'll let you know. Thank you. I do appreciate, I'll kind of raise my voice and say, I do appreciate everybody being willing to go here. I know there's not much connection to this, but I have to know, so.
Places of worship often give great information.
I hope so.
Stars are pretty inspirational. I wrote a rhyme about stars.
Let's hear it.
The moon and the stars shine ever so bright. What wonders they cast with their distant light. Wishing to fly among them as birds of a flock, but only able to admire, swinging from my hammock.
God fucking damn it, Shannon.
Oh, you gotta say it again. You gotta say it again. I wasn't here. But I like it. It's a mock.
God damn it.
In the Starlight Gardens, I was like, I wrote a limerick about it.
Hannah doesn't know if she's never seen the word spelled out before when she reads. So when she first saw hammock, she said hammock. And same thing with the gazebo. She said gazebo.
Oh no, I got one of those too.
Okay.
And it was all over my dad's toast at our wedding.
Yes.
Everyone knows.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, I said the moon and the stars shine ever so bright. What wonders they cast with their distant light. Wishing to fly among them as birds of a flock, but only able to admire, swinging from my hammock.
It's perfect.
Good
job.
That was good.
Yeah.
That was good.
I'll lean to Delton like, that's hammock the dolt.
Yeah. You think you would read with the book in his fucking jacket?
I've never seen the word of him.
I've been thinking about something. How did Erwin know what the eye looked like?
Well, then we take. Well, it wasn't on the forehead. That's the man you chased.
Erwin had it as part of his inventory and was stolen from him, and now he knows it's part of
No.
the
He
medallion.
stole the medallion from Erwin.
Oh, that's the medallion.
But didn't he see the guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, in a flash,
saw
but he's mass produced these. He must have had them for a while. But Erwin's been in this guy reach around. I'm getting a little suspicious of Erwin, is all I'm saying.
Isn't the
He's
eye
just,
natural?
his timeline matches our timeline exactly.
Natural artifact is widely known.
And Shock was saying that we were suspicious because
Yeah.
things were happening when we were here.
And who are you not going to look at?
I don't think it's
Sweet
Erwin.
little Erwin.
Exactly.
It's also reasonable that with these replicas or whatever, these instruments being floated around, that he's probably seen more of them. So
If you're going to replicate something, why not replicate the medallion that's worth a ton of gold that he knows is worth gold versus these eyes that the only people that have seen him are the seers, prophets, and I'm just suspicious. Just suspicious. I'm suspicious of Erwin.
Believers buy more things than rich people do.
Yeah, I guess if
Or
it means something to them. it
But
may
there's
to them.
not any believers.
The problem is not
Her
he's
brother
not
was a
talking about
believer.
believers. Is how does he know about the eye?
That's the.
Maybe
that's
he's a
what gets me.
believer.
yeah.
Well, then that makes it even worse.
Or Ithriel's influence is starting to spread, and he's seeing that around.
Then it makes it
Could
even
be.
worse.
That's a
That does. That makes it pretty bad. Yeah.
I just think it's weird that that was the trinket that he had a lot of. He's
We're
matched
gonna
our
go back to
timeline
that.
exactly. The first time we saw the guy with it was with Erwin. Erwin followed us up here. We see, as long as we've been here, Erwin's been here. That's when the city drops. The only thing we haven't accounted for in all of these instances is Erwin. We can at least account for all of us not doing it.
I mean, you said you couldn't hide the
We
eye,
did so
right?
much behind our back. You're like,
Does
"We
Erwin
know
have a
that."
headband
No,
on,
you-
a hat,
You
hair
can't hide
cover?
it.
How long did
No
it?
matter
did
how
you-
you shapeshift, no matter what.
I'm
magic
not
it
saying
has,
he's the
that's
guy, but he's definitely got some sort of involvement.
In cahoots.
How much time did you spend with Owen? Has he said how long he's been here?
No. we returned a medallion
quick
and then
times.
realized we
So
understood.
we only ran into him like what 6 days ago or something like that.
We've known him
We had a
for
couple
longer
of days
than that.
before he came over. Well, I guess doing random business. I mean,
Well, he's always been
you would know him. I hadn't met the guy.
I don't remember Erwin being a part of the main.
Has Erwin been around our town
Because
for a
Erwin-
while selling?
Erwin was with her brother on the sabotage ship as well.
Pretty new.
Yeah,
Pretty new to your town.
I'm just saying he's definitely not feeling good in my book.
Well, I mean, we get hard
So he's
for the bar.
connected to things like we're connected to things. But potentially more nefarious.
Suspiciously.
Good word.
Thank
Well,
you.
I would say
Cody
coincidence
rubbing
on
off
one
me.
side.
Nephris.
Nefarious. Nefarious. God damn it.
We'll need to
Make
stop by
a
and talk to him.
Thrice, make a history check.
Come on, Thrice.
No.
Come on.
Let's go history
Don't get
check.
excited.
This is essentially just a lore check.
I'll spend my inspiration.
Roll for
Ooh, he's
I'll
inspiring
I'll
you.
inspire you.
What's the inspiration?
It's a D6.
Hell yeah. What's your plus to history?
1. 14.
14. Yeah, as you're putting together some of these kind of dots in your head, Thrice, you remember there's how do I say this?
How much do I reveal?
No, it's
The yarn is connecting.
I need everyone. Actually, Thrice, you and I are gonna.
Oh!
That's perfect. I want to go down to your fridge anyways.
I was just gonna say, well, if we're doing that, I'm getting a snack.
I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah, a little one.
Well, we gotta make sure we're there.
Oh yeah, pause that. Okay. We'll take a.
Are we ready?
Yes.
Cool, because we're back.
No.
Oh.
You don't know to think about it.
I'm not doing good.
What's going on?
I lost.
Did you only make it because of
I don't know.
What
I
were
thought it
you
was
thinking about now?
She was under there, and I go under there too, and I'm like, "What are we doing
Talk
down
about
here?"
Thrice still, or Erwin.
Oh, wait.
Still.
What you doing, baby?
I was struggling. I dropped my die.
I remember hearing whispers on the noble side of things. People in the dark arts that have come up, and one specific one that keeps coming up was Erwin, but I couldn't imagine it'd be that guy. You know what I'm saying? But if everything that I'm saying is lining up, gotta be that Erwin, right?
I don't know any other Owens.
Well, I only know one
There's plenty of
Erwin.
other Erwins, but you know.
But I don't know of anyone, so I'm tracking. I'm following you.
What have people been saying about Erwin?
Do you think he's like underling of...
Yeah, what have
I
I been
can't say.
saying?
I can't look. I don't know all of the details. All I know is that in many meetings with the advisors to the nobles, names come up, and you hear them over and over and over again. Close your ears.
Why?
Close your ears.
Okay.
Kaylin came up multiple times.
Oh.
I don't know if you waited long enough to close her ears.
Yeah. Also, why wasn't that brought up before?
Because of
Well, she obviously listens to you. You could have had her hold her ears
Yeah, but you
before.
can tell she doesn't know shit about her
Why
brother's
can't
was
she
a
know
werewolf.
this? Isn't this something she probably should know?
She's 19. She's old enough.
Can I listen now?
no.
She's an adult.
I've made that claim before.
She is an adult.
So
The point being is the
Yeah.
other name that comes up is Erwin, and so I'm worried that this is the same Erwin. And I'll let it go. I don't know. I've got something.
What about
Did
the
they
dark
just-
arts?
Yeah, what are
That-
the dark arts?
Dark arts is all I know. They're part of. They participate in dark arts, and Caitlin
So we talk to him when we go
will
back.
not make sense.
Yeah.
Erwin doesn't. He peddles bad trinkets, but that trinket doesn't make sense. It doesn't add up from a
Well, what
money
if it's
side.
his cover for whatever he's doing?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is he got the trinket from one look at a guy who was stealing something from him?
Yeah.
You know, as much as you can like see it, he's creating it well enough.
Yeah.
He didn't see ours. He
It
didn't
also
see
makes it
anything else.
non-threatening when it becomes more prevalent if you have already seen it in a non-threatening place.
So it stole from him. I don't know why he tried to sell it. Plus, the pigeon nest. You can stop. The the pigeon's nest. It doesn't.
song in my head.
Um,
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Why was he on there? How did he get the medallion? You know, we looked at it for like a second, but then, you know, it's Erwin, right? But
Yeah.
we keep excusing him. I don't know.
Well, if he's there when we come back, we have to talk.
If
I don't think we wait. I think we split party.
Well, Erwin's a
You
Hey,
just
guy,
want to
let's
split
not talk
party.
to the bad guy. Let's
I'll
get
take
away
you with
from
me.
the bad guy.
I'll go with you.
Well, I want to support Vel.
Yeah, that's
Okay, then I'll
we
take
almost
Walter.
died.
He doesn't seem to even care about stars at all.
That's fine. If you want to go take care of that, that's fine. I'm staying here.
The cloudlet splits in two.
Look, and I'm like, and I'll be honest. If they look like that, they're not gonna like me or you at all. That's a very bright
To be
monk
fair,
outfit.
Is anyone able
I've
to?
got extra robes.
Is anyone able to see
Right,
him?
with golds.
Scry on him? Anyone have that
I don't have
ability?
Scry yet.
All I can do is whisper.
5 levels, 2 levels.
Yeah, okay. I was.
How did you do
Winnie
that?
doesn't do that. Okay, so
We don't have Scry yet.
that's why I asked. No,
How
he's
did you
not.
do that?
But I don't know.
I mean, what is your definition of dark arts? Is he just bring people back from the dead? I mean, some people don't
we're
like
talking
that.
about nobles. This could be necromancy. This could be just dealing in warlock magic. This could be anything along
The
those
dark
lines.
arts and knowing people's secrets.
Yeah. Well, no.
These are big
Dark arts.
accusations for just trinkets, don't you think?
No.
Okay.
Well,
There's a lot of other
I guess you're
evidence.
gonna know more than me, but
All right.
I think it makes sense to them. We're in a city that doesn't trust us, to not trust anyone in the city.
Okay, so do you want to split up the party?
No.
Part of us go to the Skylit Gardens. You and whoever you deem.
I'm not gonna
necessary.
lie,
I know who's
last
gonna wanna
time we
go.
split the party,
Of course, Volta didn't want to go.
bartender.
He likes adventure. And Skylit Gardens are probably not going to have adventure.
Well, last time we split the party, we ended up owning them.
That's true. After
I say
people
we,
die.
I guess.
Alright,
Some
Volta.
asshole.
One person was murdered and the other was self-defense.
Alright, Volta.
If
I saw nothing.
if
so-
myself
I
was
think
going to
okay.
Smith Town, he would have already
I'm
done
fine,
so.
thank you.
You are?
Yeah.
I say we take care of our business of gardens and then we keep it.
What were you saying?
He's going to be gone. I know it. He's going to be gone.
He's gone.
Yeah, I've said it out loud and the DM heard it.
If he would have been gone if he wanted to go.
To be
No.
honest, right, if you think
That's
he's...
not how a cover works. It
That's
has
not
to
how
limit
DM
your
storytelling. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but you said that he's the one who gave you the trinket. He's now following us
No,
here.
he didn't give us the trinket.
Bought
It
the
was
trinket.
stolen. We bought it from him. But
Exchange.
it's all a. I'm a.
It doesn't add
And
up
then
to-
he's now here. He's now on our way to Starlight Gardens.
He's
You
doing
think-
what I would do.
So
If I was to
following
be
us.
honest.
to be undercover.
What do you mean what you would do?
Cover your ears again.
You see hands disappear from
Down.
his shoulders.
So following us.
Oh my God.
That's what you were sorry.
Keeping an eye, doing the work of it. He could be the apprentice of the man that ran past us. I don't think he cares about us as much as we should care about him.
You think he's trying to?
I think he's
Leo.
working with your guy,
Probably.
and because how does he see that to recreate the trinkets? I mean, from your memory, draw the trinket, right? I mean, it's not.
Okay, he's the wrong person.
I'm the wrong person.
Right, but I'm
So is Erwin.
But I'm surprised that if you feel like this is probably someone. Hold on, this is probably
Apprentice.
someone apprentice, right? This is his apprentice, and you're set on killing him. I'm surprised that you want to take care of the Starlight Gardens before going back and at least questioning Erwin. Isn't this the whole reason you're out?
It is, but I feel like
I'm not going to be offended if that's what you decide to do. We can even, I don't know, find a meet at the bottom where the ferry is.
She has a
Look.
very good point.
I could.
Your ears should be
Ears.
closed.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can whisper, right? I've got the whisper. I'll set it for a few hours. Communicate with the other group. That way we know if there's trouble at either side, we converge.
Now, we do need to understand if we do split, we have a 15-minute gap in between, so if things get
You can fly.
unfair.
You can fly.
Not yet.
Okay, you can
I
fly.
can,
I can fall like a feather.
He can fly.
I can
I'm
fall-
just saying
I
if
can
it
fall
gets
like a
if
dead
it
bat.
gets violent, which it has 100% of the time, we can't get to you, and that may be a problem for you.
But I would like
No,
to
no, I'm
point
not
out
worried about that part.
that the only two people who can fly on this flying city are going to the Starlight Gardens.
Yeah.
Only two people. It's
If
not
I find
nighttime.
Look, if I find a good shadow.
It's fucking
The
8:30
shadow
in the morning.
It's not nighttime.
It's
She-
as bright
she can
as
fly.
Ignis can make it.
She can fly.
I can fly.
Are you not a
You can
druid?
wild shape.
Yeah, but
Nothing
we don't
flying right now.
nothing flying right now.
A little bird.
What do you
Not
mean?
an eagle. You
That's
can't
what
be a
it
giant
says.
eagle.
There's nothing
I don't
flying.
believe you can't do anything flying.
You
You have
can't
to
do
have a
anything
crawling
flying.
speed only.
Oh.
Until you get higher.
Oh, you should have died.
That
Yeah.
should have died. That's what I said.
It's
That's
okay,
why I said
me
I
too.
can't
I don't, to be fair, I don't care.
DM was
Yeah.
really
As long as
nice
it's
to
not like
us.
a can't go into like a large eagle or something where you can pick
Okay.
shot.
You can be a
Sparrow,
hummingbird.
right? Go ahead and take
Okay,
a
well in
sparrow.
that case, yes.
Yeah, you can be a little
Sure.
pigeon or a dove or
Yeah,
something.
To me, it always seems stupid.
Okay.
Like
I thought it was based off of. I thought it was based off of challenge rating, not like.
I
what
think
you
that's the
could
old
do.
Well, one
That's
of
the only. It says level 2. Level
Maybe I'm thinking of the old one. Maybe they changed.
no level 2. You know,
Yeah,
4 beast
that lack
swarms
of
with
fly.
a max CR of 4.
Oh. I totally thought it was challenge
Lack of
rating.
fly.
Seemed to be
Lack of
I
like.
think that's the old druid.
Yeah, I don't care about
Butterfly.
that. You guys can fly as long as it's not a OP fucking thing.
You
I
can
don't
Check
care.
what you want to do.
You can
with
be
that.
a pigeon.
Yeah, because what the hell are you gonna do as a pigeon? I don't care. Like
Look,
scout stuff like
you're a
that.
fox.
You can do that at level
Deliver
2.
messages.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'll leave it to you. I'm just worried that we saw him
Maybe a
again.
cute little penguin.
We did see him again.
Level 8 is
But we've also, since we've seen him
Level
again, do you
8?
believe he's still there? Or if he's made us, he's gone.
It depends on what he saw.
I feel like
We
we
talked
will
to him.
see
Are
him
we still
again.
within range of seeing
Fair
this?
enough.
All right.
It's your call.
Right.
It's your guy.
I know.
Well, okay, so just meta wise, I thought everyone was going to Star Gardens, so I sort of painted the picture that you guys were all on the ferry
Yeah.
going to
We
the
are.
gardens.
We're on the ferry having this conversation, I bet.
Gotcha. That's how I thought it was going.
Yes,
so
this is
no,
like
you
on the
can't
way
see.
up.
You
On
can't
the
see
way
them.
So never mind. Yeah, I forgot where we were actually.
I mean, I could fly back real quick. It'd be loud, but
It's okay.
See if he's there.
yeah.
I can fly.
I believe we will find him again when we need to find him.
Okay.
I also believe
He doesn't seem like much of
that
a
what
drug
happens in
addict.
the gardens might be relevant to what we're trying to do.
I can really hope so.
There's information to be had everywhere. Gotta find the right place.
All right. It's your call.
Also, when you wander off, people die.
My call is the gardens.
I was trying to split with half of your party.
Does it make me feel more comfortable?
I was giving myself a chaperone.
I really don't want to die.
Well,
Just
we're gonna
don't,
try not to. It's not a plan.
just don't go on in any bars.
Yeah, one of
With
the most
fries.
danger here is
Oh, I'm just not going owning any bars.
All right, so we're still going out.
people work apparently.
Proceed.
Sorry.
That sounds about right, though.
I agree. We need to look.
My brother.
I had questions I want to ask him too, but I was waiting until
Pretty
If he's
sure
gonna
this is a
maintain his
15-minute
tether, we'll find
conversation,
him
so
later.
it probably got to the point.
Yeah,
I
here we
assumed
got
you were
there.
going to stop him to talk about bar business.
Yeah, and Cody, the player, made a conscious effort not to hold up the session before.
Well,
Trey's on your side. He wants to
Did
hold
you
this-
say anything?
No.
I said
Anything
hi.
at all?
He did.
When I walked by, I said hi. Oh,
She
wait.
did wave.
Yeah, wait.
Well, he said
He
something.
said something.
Oh, yeah.
I told him to be careful selling stuff like that. He may get himself in trouble.
Uh oh.
And he said, "Well,
Yeah,
I haven't
remember
sold
when he said
nothing."
that?
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot him a whisper real quick.
Who?
Or when?
It's a mile range, right?
Are we a mile away?
I don't know if it had. It might have had.
Could I retroactively say that I gave her a bardic inspiration for my star
Or what? Oh,
star lyric?
Yeah. Maybe she better get it.
Well, I'm gonna use
She
one of my,
fucking dissed her ass.
yeah, I'm gonna use one of my bardic inspirations.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we're going to do something she wants to do.
Absolutely
and
own that bitch.
I'd like to see what happens. Yeah.
After Orin came.
Normally I
to talk to us-
despise your kind.
you can't?
But
What's the range?
Oh wow.
I make a lot of promises.
I was thinking of the
already.
psionic whisper is like a mile, I think. Or is that one also sight?
Uh oh.
You have to have
It can
sight
go-
the whole
I
time.
think it can go up to a mile, but you have,
We have
to
to-
start.
I have to see it when I connect.
Okay.
Ah.
Because I played the soul knife, and I was like, that was something I thought was cool because it was like it's a pretty decent range of miles.
Yeah, you
like
can go a
D
mile
and D's are
apart.
pretty good.
But
It's the-
in the initial, I have to be able to see this. So
Yeah.
I can't start.
I'm looking into my eyes. Oh, that's so good.
That's why it lasts for so long.
Yeah.
Because you're setting up a connection for a time period.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but after what Orin told us, I genuinely don't believe it's wise for any of us to split off right now.
That's fair.
Especially if the city falls again.
If the city falls again, we don't stay in the city.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And it
Either
won't matter if any
by
of us will.
our choice or I think the city's.
Do you trust them?
No, but
Then why are we staying with them?
they are leading us to where we need to go.
Like I said, Aberdeen, if we're gonna get fucked, we might as well make sure it's an 8-person order.
I
So
don't know
you-
if I
you-
agree with this.
I'm into it.
I'm not.
No, it's fine. 7-person. And an afro.
I don't know.
Just like a willow pad. All right, sorry. So, as you progress across the sky, this ferry's moving pretty quickly at this point. The actual main city of Skyreach in the Cloud Song district, and where you guys have been, where it's the most populated, starts to become a little bit smaller in sight as the gardens approaches from the other side of the ferry. This spire, this platform, whatever you want to call it, is not nearly as big. It's maybe a quarter of the size of the other, and it's tiered and almost looks like it's sort of it honestly looks like it's a volcano, or a mountain of some sort, and there's just foliage and trees all the way around it. It's like a floating island oasis, sort of. It's what it looks like as you approach. As you get closer and actually start to dock into the Starlight Gardens, a lot of the vegetation and the flora here look ethereal. It looks bioluminescent. It has like this celestial glow to it that looks unnatural to what you see, especially down on the ground, but anything that you guys have probably seen, especially those from Thalassar and Noir. So seeing some of these plants that are just brighter than life as far as coloring is a bit of a shocking experience, but it's calming. It's beautiful. It looks like it's a whole different ecosystem up here.
Is it daylight over the gardens?
So I'm actually getting to that. So inside, once you step foot, so from what you see, it looks like daylight. Once you step foot onto the gardens, it's suddenly everything around you turns into a nightscape, and it becomes the starlit gardens. So the actual gardens itself are lit by the moonlight and the stars in the sky, and that's what makes. I guess what I should say is that the bioluminescence, what you see, doesn't really. It doesn't look like anything irregular until you step off that platform. It looks like regular plants, and then you step off the platform, it goes dark. You see the light, and then it just brightens up with these plants and
Very
these.
Avatar.
Yeah, very Avatar actually.
That's the picture I have.
You are welcomed by a man in a similar kind of robe as the wife and daughter. The wife and daughter immediately walk up to him and sort of get on their knees and bow, like head to the ground sort of bow, and hold it. They hold it there for a few seconds, and he actually goes down and bows back to them to get to the same level before they all rise. Once they rise, he just whispers something to the mother, and then crouches down and whispers something to the daughter, and then they both scurry along up the trail. That's kind of a winding trail to where the main, like, I would call it a fortress, because kind of what it looks like, but it's really just, it's a big cathedral, like a monastery, but it looks fortified. It looks beefed up. Then he turns his attention to the 8 of you, and this man is bald, like completely bald, like no eyebrows, and it's weird. Yeah, and
No eyebrows. That's weird.
and he smiles at all of you and says, "Welcome to the Starlight Gardens."
Thank you.
Thank you.
We were told that there are certain rules and ways of being. I want to make sure that we are respectful of those. Is there anything we need to do in order to get inside?
Thank you for respecting our place. We ask that everyone here keeps their hands to themselves. for both the grounds
These.
and our monks. Excuse me. Please don't. The vegetation is very sensitive to negative energy.
Yeah, my apologies. You might want to worry about him down there then.
God. For the love of God, I will
How about we
leave
wait
both of
outside?
you out here while I take care of
Go back
this.
there. Go down there.
There's so at this platform, as you guys step off, it's actually sort of like sand and gravel, but there's these plants that are all around the like semicircle of where you go, and it lines the walkway that goes all the way up to this monastery. As you guys are like bickering, you actually do notice that some of the plants, like their light starts to dim a bit.
I was gonna say, once that happens, I'll be like, actually, esteemed gentlemen, would you please leave the room?
Oh, I would love to, but I want to see somebody as enlightened as yourself. Show me the path.
What do the plants
Why,
do?
of course, whatever you wish.
The plants stay dim. The plants stay dim.
Interesting.
The
They probably
Did
sense
they,
the
did they
sarcasm.
glow when the people bowed?
Mhm.
I would like to go bow like I would to my master.
like you would to your masker. How does that look?
So it's a full knee, forehead, arm in the middle of my hands.
Yeah, make a little diamond.
Yeah,
Yeah.
kowtow.
And he looks down and smiles, and he matches and goes down and bows to you as well. And as you raise up, he leans to you and just whispers, "Let the light guide you." And
Is there a light
as he
guiding?
said, as he says that, it's almost like a how does it look? Like air traffic control, where the lights just. That's kind of what it looks like for just a moment. It looks like the plants and the environment around is responding to what he said, and he says,
You have any quest?
But you guys don't hear him say this. He whispers into Tellison's ear, and you just kind of see for a moment there's like a pulsating light that follows the trail up.
Ooh.
Before I'll start to walk, and I go, may I touch them once to feel Varen's energy?
No.
Fair?
So I guess I'll turn to him again and just say, I'm looking for answers to my own personal struggles. How do I do that here? I've never been here. This is new. But I do believe that there's clearly something here for me, I think.
And he's looking at you with your like tattoos, the
Yeah.
constellations, and they're glowing. And they're definitely glowing a bit more here in this place as you're really connected to the celestial tether to this place. No, sorry, the astral tether to this place, not celestial. That was your last character.
Yeah.
He says there's there's a number of rituals and rites that can be performed depending on what it is you're searching for. You said you have questions, or sorry, you're looking for answers. Usually that comes with questions. So what do you seek?
I have loved ones that have been taken from me in more ways than one. And I can still hear them. They're in trouble. I believe they're in the astral plane. I need to know how to get them back.
If they're in the astral plane, why would you want them back?
There's something there with them, something dark.
Mm.
I see it.
Well, so you need to speak with them. Or do you want to speak with it?
Anything, all of it.
All of the above.
What's that?
If given permission by Keeper Misa, maybe she will allow you to perform the ritual of the whispers. This is typically reserved for members of our commune. So, let's just say be on your best behavior if you would like to perform this ritual.
Where can I find her?
Oh, she'll be in the monastery, and after just a short few years of working with her, she might grant you this.
Oh, okay.
Just go and
I can always
plead
make
your
it happen
case.
if you want to strike a deal.
No,
But
just
the ritual of the Whispering Leaves is allows you to commune with those that have passed.
I just don't know.
have they passed?
I don't know. I don't know if they've passed or not. I don't know. So it's maybe I just need
To be
stay
fair,
with
it allows you to commune with anyone,
her.
anywhere.
I will seek her out. Thank you. I appreciate
She's
it.
quite easy to find. And he just steps aside and gestures up the path.
Okay. I'll bow like I saw him bow.
Yeah. And you guys, as you walk up this path.
Wait.
Before we get the part.
Can you ask him if there's any medicinal properties of these plants? Maybe they could help with the loss.
I'm sure there's a lot we can't take anything.
We haven't asked.
Can we take any plants?
Well, ask the medicinal
Are
properties.
there any
Var.
medicinal properties to the plants?
Absolutely, yes.
See?
Any that we could benefit from by taking?
Well, I'm sure
He looks
there's
like
medicinal
immediately
properties.
offended.
Oh my God.
Taking?
Did you not just
Yeah,
hear-
see, not working out.
No,
Did
you may
just
not.
hear
You may
him
not.
ask to touch?
You may not take any of
Ask
these.
for permission.
So did he.
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
see?
What about? Do they know if the medicinal properties can help with the loss?
If they get us kicked out, I'm going to be so pissed.
I'm not touching anything.
You thought I was gonna
Taking means touching.
I've not touched anything.
Buying probably would have been a better term.
No,
No?
this is not a place for buying. This is not a place for taking. This is clearly a place to just be.
Maybe
and
we should
worship.
all just stay at the base of this and allow Vel up to the place.
Oh, I didn't plan on
I kind of agree with that.
I don't want to
I
kill
don't
anything.
have any.
I must agree with your companion. From listening to you all, fortunately, a couple of you, and he looks at Tellison and Vel. A couple of you have proven a place here is worth your time. I am afraid though that I cannot let. And he looks at you two, and then, well, you and you. He says, I cannot let you go up this trail, but I'm happy to, stay here with you and meditate on maybe some of these negative feelings that you're having.
What are you feeling?
I think
Thank you.
that would be a really good idea
I-
for you to go out.
Yes.
I got no
This
problem
point, I'm just
saying,
going to.
yeah.
Well, if that's gonna
Sure.
happen, am I able to do a nature check without touching them? By just looking at them?
Sure. What are you checking for?
Their, medicinal needs. And,
Oh, you wouldn't be able to do that from looking.
like, looking at it and see if I'm familiar with their, because, their striation patterns, so typically are similar with other plants based on their leaves and based on their petal counts and all that stuff, and that's familiar with anything that I'm familiar with. And then if so, what I may associate those patterns and those types of plant life be medicinally associated with.
Yeah, it seems like when looking at some of these plants, as you approach.
I won't touch.
Yeah,
I'm
as you
very
get
specific about
close,
that.
as you get close, you definitely feel the eyes of this gentleman looking at you. And as you go to inspect without touching, as you get within about 5 feet or so from these plants, they all start to dim their light. And as you step close, all of them almost completely go like dormant. And it's very hard to see without the light because it's kind of nighttime. So as you get closer, you see that the plants themselves almost turn themselves off as you approach.
Can I say to the plant,
It's okay, pretty plants. I won't hurt you.
try to put positive energy
And-
out there?
And the monk who's watching, he kind of walks over to you calmly and just he says, he does say to you, "It seems you carry a burden of negativity with you.
Oh yeah, her brother died.
Maybe we
It's
can
probably you.
meditate on that."
You're the burden of negativity.
So
No. I am the beacon of
As-
negativity.
as I hear that, I'm just gonna
Oh,
say,
man.
I'm gonna go. Are you coming?
I'm already like, I was past waiting for all of y'all.
Yeah, this is her
At the
mission.
sword of the monastery.
Except there were quests.
I'm like, are you coming? Like, am I
Right.
gonna win this?
Alright, so I'll bow again and just
Stay safe. Yes.
I will. Yes. Okay. I'll start up the path.
Okay.
Naturally, they lived.
But sure, yeah. The
Excuse-
downtime while they're doing that, I'll
I'd
hold
say-
his hand and we
Yeah.
can do breathing exercises.
Okay.
We should
May
Wait,
I
so you're gonna
ask-
hold Donong's hand?
No, I was
Oh, his hand.
No,
Oh,
not-
man.
No, I'm sure as hell not touching the monk.
Damn. I thought I made progress.
I'll hold the monk's hand.
May
Yeah.
I ask your name?
Then I hold your
Tarik.
Sorry?
Tarik.
Talik.
Tarik.
Talik.
With an R.
Talik.
Tarik.
Like garlic.
Like you're like a tar.
Thank you for allowing 2 of our companions to go up there. You know, she was definitely in need of some answers, and we have no problem staying down here and allowing them to get those without us.
Good.
Yeah. No, actually, I have this spice I actually been trying to identify for the last couple of days. So if you want to test it with me.
Sure.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Look, I've looked at these bags of spice, and I'll pull out the red and gold.
What is that to me?
I'm worried about you. But you,
What is it?
you have a lot of constitution, I feel like.
Where's my constitution?
I was about to say, like, I
It's not
literally
bad.
like did plant stuff for you all the time.
What are these spices?
I found them. I'm excited to find out what they do.
Where did you find them?
That's a good question.
I actually don't.
Did you find them from Erwin? Because the answer's no.
No, it wasn't Erwin. It was before Erwin.
Before we met.
No, I'm pretty sure it was on one of the people that we killed.
We?
I
Yeah.
haven't killed
Was
anyone.
Do you mean you?
There was a whole pirate army we fought.
Right, and I still haven't killed anyone.
Okay.
It's a long story.
I'm so sorry.
It's a long story.
We as a collective.
Okay.
Now I understand the need for meditating.
God, that looks good. Sorry.
God.
Have you used
Quiet
them?
him.
Have you used them?
No.
Do you need a sitter?
Yeah, actually, I think we both should. It should feel this. You do red.
Why me?
I'll do gold.
Alright, let me get bread.
I did red.
This
You did
isn't
red?
the first time
I
I've
did
done
red.
this.
Oh my God.
All right, so you did like a finger's worth of the red.
I like lick my finger to make it wet like a fun dip. I dipped it there and pull it out.
Okay. And then what did you did the gold?
Gold.
Yeah.
Oh my
Please.
Let's move this one along.
All right.
Alright, let's get prepared. This isn't the first time.
All right.
That's what you do when you come to visit her.
All the time.
Yeah. So Goody, I need you to roll. Both of you roll Constitution saves. For sure.
Oh my God.
No.
No.
Yeah.
12 is pretty solid.
One's not.
If it helps, neither is 12.
Oh, the one over there.
Um. Well, so this is called spice. This material that you've both now consumed.
Yeah.
Well, actually, you don't know what it is, which is kind of the point. So I'm not going to tell you.
What they do to us, though.
Nothing right now.
Shit.
Can I do a medicine check on both of them to see if I can?
A general medicine check, yes.
Yeah. Well, that's not great. So for
Your
you,
cleric is the
not
worst
rolling well
roller at the
today.
table.
for
isn't
you,
it?
I got a 9 on your medicine check.
Well, Bryce, maybe this is meant to be like sniffed or inserted rectally.
And you, I got a 10.
What did you get
So
for him?
9 and 10.
9 and 10. For Goody, maybe you're just blinded by it. He's the fact that he's your friend. You can't assess him properly. But with Goody, you start to notice that his his pupils start to dilate to an uncomfortable wideness.
Strong out, bro.
Where once there was green, there's nothing but black.
Exactly. No, exactly. His entire eye blacks out, essentially, and you just watch as he looks normal. He's acting normal, but there is some sort of
No fevers, chills.
no. There's
nothing
nothing
else?
medically that's easy to pick up on. I'd say that right now he just looks.
High as shit.
He looks a bit alerted. He's a little. He's
Like,
tripping.
when you go to the eye doctor and they dilate your eyes.
Yeah.
I appreciate
Yeah, to an
the
extreme
offer.
version of that. Yeah.
And I
I
can't
want
tell
to see
Sister
what
either.
happens with him first.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, as he looks around, you guys all notice that he also has these bright, black, glistening eyes.
It's going up. Let's
Do we see
go.
that- do we see that of each other?
Oh yeah.
How do you feel?
I don't know if this is affecting him, honey.
I thought you had different colored eyes once.
No, I had a trial. I feel like they've been the same this whole time.
What does
Look
that
different
mean?
now.
What do you mean they've been? Never mind.
Well, they're
Your
tripping.
eyes are black.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
Both of y'all.
They look like goodies. Just so you know.
Uh, How many total hit points do you have?
Oh my god.
24, I believe.
24.
Yeah, we're babies.
Okay.
Ish.
What about you?
We're
Yeah,
babies.
24.
Her baby.
Haven't leveled up yet.
Is your heart okay? It seems to be beating fine.
21.
His heart may be fine, but I don't think
So-
his soul is.
So after just a few moments after you're inspecting Goody and you kind of look at each other with these bright, wide, glistening black eyes, both of you start looking at each other and you start to, like, your skin starts to not burn, but it starts to radiate, and it starts to get kind of bright, and you essentially get pulled to the ground in pain as your entire body starts to convulge in this celestial poison that
Oh,
takes half of
another one.
takes half of your hit points, so you're down to 11. And you are now essentially paralyzed.
Oh my god.
Yawn a bit.
Good God.
For the red one,
Enjoy your trip.
That's
Sorry.
okay.
for the red
Yeah,
one,
fuck.
a similar effect. Your skin starts to radiate and burn, more that of a fiendish sort of feel. Not too unfamiliar as a tiefling, and like you're used to sort of the warmth of it. However, the convulging of your internal organs is what pulls you to the ground, and you start to. It's not the burning that hurts you; it's your organs trying to twist inside your So you also take half your hit points down to 12.
This wasn't any sort of like a fire damage?
No.
Just, okay, cool.
Mm-mm.
Is he paralyzed too?
Yes, and also paralyzed. No big deal.
Alright.
Um,
Every
I
time
will-
you do this
I will
to
say-
me.
no, I'm not saying shit. Never mind. You're good.
Lesser
You're good.
restoration.
Yeah, I did a good
That
3
sounds
up over.
good. Are you doing it both? Or are you doing
Are you gonna draw it?
I can do it.
Okay.
I also cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay, like
Lesser
immediately?
restoration. Yeah.
When I see him going like that,
Okay.
I'm like, okay.
All right.
I'm familiar with this.
Yeah.
He does this shit to me all the time.
Okay. So the effect goes away, but you still have taken the damage.
Whoa.
It's a very strong
Doesn't sound like
poison.
a drug.
I'm gonna look at those spiders.
You want to try the other one?
How was gold?
Irradiating.
Nice. Well
Well,
done.
red was debilitating, so I think we'll put a stop on it.
Very well.
Um,
So you found more poison.
yeah.
We love it.
I'm gonna. I assume that like as this is happening and their friends are healing them, me and Walter are kind of a little bit off to the side, just watching all of this happen. And I'm gonna turn to him and I'm gonna say, "I'm sorry if I pressured you earlier in terms of going back to talk with Erwin. It just seems that aligns with your whole thing. But I'm sorry if I overstepped."
No, it's fine. I feel that Erwin is probably a solid lead, and
Right? Who thought that Thrice would have a solid lead?
Thrice.
You're convulsing.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
He's
Thrice.
back, he's back, baby. Oh, me convulsing? Oh, wait.
I do
We know that they have healers that will help them.
You're like Ted at the end of the movie. Like, they
They
put my shoving in the wrong place.
Thrice seems more capable. Goody. Also seems capable. No, I think we need to look into Owen, but at the same time, Vel came all this way to figure out what's happening with her family, and
Absolutely, and I don't want to stop that. But it sounds like you didn't want to split the party,
not
the group, whatever.
not after Oren sought us out to tell us that we may potentially have enemies in the city now, aside from the one that we're actively searching for.
So we're okay?
Yeah, we're fine. These two.
We look over there, ending their convulsions.
Yeah, there's a pool of drool by both of you guys. Funny enough, the plants don't seem to care about this interaction. They're happy.
They're like,
They're happy with it. Yeah, they're
Like, it's
illuminated
They
as
don't get
fuck.
a show very often.
Yeah. They're like, oh, Thrice and Biddy are suffering? Brightness. Yes.
It's because you did it with a positive outlook, you know?
Yeah.
You guys were like, let's try this thing. And you're like, okay.
But when we look into Owen, if you wanted to accompany me, that'd be great.
I want to blush.
Roll for blush.
If either of these two look at me after that, they're gonna get no judgment. Just gonna like, don't you like that too? Just like no judgment here. I'm not jumping on this one because I've been there too.
So as Vel and Tellison go up this sort of verdant path of, it's like cobblestone built inside of essentially this, it's like a mountain. Into the side of this mountain is this winding path. Along the side, actually on the cobblestones and along the side, there are like runes that illuminate as you kind of walk across. And again, the plants are very receptive to you as the bioluminescent nature is brighter and brighter with each step. As you get up to the front of this monastery, like I said, it's more intimidating looking though. It's not like this little building. It's like a fortress built into this mountainside. The gates are open, and right as you walk in, you see that mother and that daughter having a conversation with a taller elven druid. And this woman is wearing a bright blue gown. This gown looks beautiful. It looks like she's going to a
gala
ball.
kind of thing?
Yeah, like to a gala. Like it very unfitting to the rest of the environment of everyone who is wearing these like white and golden gold and white trimmed robes. She is very stand out as she's wearing this beautiful dress. The mother and daughter are speaking to her currently. Within this courtyard, there's a couple other monks that seem to be meditating and sitting in different corners quietly to themselves. That's sort of the scene that you see in front of you.
How big is this courtyard?
Probably about 40 feet wide, 20 feet long, kind of rectangular.
And this was the only path up, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. The entirety of the Starlight Gardens start from the monastery.
Okay.
Unless you walk through the plants, which would be a bad idea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can, but
Out of game, I give me pronunciation. Myra? Myra. Okay.
no, Misa.
Mysa,
Yeah,
okay.
Mysa.
Mysa.
I was too focused on the my part. Yeah, Misa.
Okay.
Yes.
Mysa.
Nice.
I'm gonna lean into Telly and say, I think that's what I'm looking for. So I'm going to wait until she's done speaking with them.
I mean, you're in a monastery.
Yes.
Papa.
So as you wait, do you do anything?
I just look around, kind of see if there's anything that
Hands
looks.
in your pockets, just
Yeah. Well, I want to see if anything looks familiar. Are there constellations that I see on my body? Is there anything that, like, when I see it, it's familiar to some degree?
no. Everything in here inside this courtyard is very intentionally barren. Everything in here is very much a place of meditation and simplicity. For instance, the monks that are sitting in these corners, kind of not talking, literally the opposite of talking, like meditating and praying almost. It seems like they are just staring at a wall right now. Like
Their like backs are to the openness of the courtyard.
exactly
Okay.
What are they wearing?
same thing. Same thing as the mother and daughter.
Well, okay, so gold trimmed.
No, gold, white trimmed. So mainly gold. Everyone here is
Because like mine's the opposite. Like it's a bunch of
Yeah,
white
exactly.
with gold trim.
Exactly. It's
Okay.
like literally
Interesting.
just inverse of yours.
Interesting.
Oh, dude.
I didn't plan this. I promise.
You
So I
know,
guess
so-
I would then say that dressed very similarly to you.
Yeah, this is how I've always liked gold, so
Is there a connection?
I just clothes given by my master. I mean, it could be. Technically, we are monks. Back where I live, in the cave.
Have you met people wearing this?
Wait, you lived in a cave?
I live in the cave.
That's
So I don't know.
okay.
I live in the cave. No, I've never met anyone from the Starlight Gods. We just wear different colors.
I didn't know that it was all the same.
Is there any
separation?
I don't know how to phrase this. Like the way the monks are meditating, right? Is it just there a commonality to what I was taught, or is there?
Pretty similar. You remember many times you spent a lot of time staring at the walls of your cave, which is very reminiscent to what they're doing right now. Same teachings, different environment.
Mhm.
But you do start to see a lot of parallels, being the fact that you were in a cave that is close to a main city, but difficult to get to. You're seeing that same sort of
Ideological. Similarities.
the parallels are here, right? Like these monks are also a reachable, but with difficulty. Whether because if you didn't have a sky lift, if you didn't have like the lift crystal to get there, it'd be almost impossible unless you had flight abilities. So
Well, you gotta get past the door.
Yeah.
Man. Jeez.
the only requirement is to not be a dick.
It's very hard for D&D
Yeah.
players to do.
2 out of
relate.
the 8.
Full disclosure, Malcolm would have
Oh, he would have he would have bowed down. Yeah,
He
the
would-
plants
he
would have
been
been
making those
different.
plants. Yeah, those plants would have been bright.
He would have walked through and just like been watering the plants with his arms, like just.
That's crazy. He would have done that, yeah.
But yeah, definitely a lot of parallels here.
Not that I see much of what I learned, but it's the same kind of thing. Like all druids are the same, kind of in a way.
Okay. Didn't know if maybe there was a connection there.
There.
Yep. Okay. Well, I
And
guess
if
I'll
anyone
just,
starts breathing fire, then we'll have some similarities.
I guess. But yeah, I'll just wait until mother and daughter are done.
How long would you like to wait?
I mean, after, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes, I probably would like inch a little bit closer, like to show that like I'm waiting respectfully, but I also would like to talk to her.
God, she's such a
I'd
Karen.
form a line.
She's such a
I
Karen.
mean, this is gonna be so funny when she's like, "I've accepted a new student, which means I have to teach her for the next 2 years." I'm sorry, like right before.
Is there so when we walk in, right? Is it just like square, or is there like pathways within the courtyard? What I'm asking is if there's a place to sit and meditate until she's done.
There's definitely places to sit and meditate. There are pathways that lead outside, but it's all like from where behind she is.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounded weird.
Yeah, it sounds
I
weird.
know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's like behind her.
Yeah.
You know where she
behind
is?
she is.
Yeah.
You know where she
Where
is?
from
Behind
she
her.
is.
Yeah. I would like to sit down
The
and
sentence sounded so wrong, but I'm not sure if it
Behind
is.
where she is.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
the word I was missing.
Behind she is.
I would like to sit close
I'm
enough.
learning Japanese. Everything sounds fucked to me.
I would like to sit close enough to where like my presence is known, but not close enough to eavesdrop, and then sit there and meditate until she's done.
Okay.
Yep.
Again, how long are you willing to wait?
I will wait as long as I need to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lord.
Until we start hearing fighting, I guess.
So for the rest of you down at the entrance, about an hour and a half goes by, and you guys back in the courtyard, you see that Misa is patiently listening. Without eavesdropping, you are still watching intently, and she doesn't really seem to be saying much. Every once in a while, she'll nod her head and kind of just maybe affirm something, but it's very, 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 very little conversation coming from her. She's just listening. But after a seemingly forever amount of time, the mother and daughter walk around Misa and go through one of the doorways behind her. Behind she is.
Behind she is.
Behind she is there.
Behind she is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at that point I would walk up and just say, excuse me, are you Misa?
And she looks at you both. Are you there? I'm assuming.
Yeah, I'd walk up with her.
She looks at you both and says, "We are."
Oh, we are. Okay. I understand that I'm clearly new. I was told by the person at the front, very helpful. I was told that you might be able to give me some answers about how I can utilize this space to maybe get some answers for myself. It's a little odd to say. My family is missing, and I believe that they are stuck in the astral plane, and he spoke to me about speaking to you, about the possibility of being able to speak to them through a ritual.
Without saying anything, she looks to Taliesin as well. And you?
I am here to accompany my friend on her journey and visit a place that seems to be brimming with energy, and a place that I'd like to visit. This seems to be the same kind of environment I grew up in. Are you the head of this monastery?
She looks you up and down, seeing the colors of your robes.
Mm-hmm.
And again, pretty short-lived, she says. Yes.
But I'll take a step back and then bow, like just a normal bow. I greet Master Misa, right? Misa. And then I'll step back up and go forward.
She half smiles, and I'm not going to make you do a perception check because this is very obvious. Both of you see this as she smiles and kind of moves her head. So again, she's been extremely still as she's been sitting here listening to you and the mother and daughter. She hasn't really moved a lot as she just sort of looks down at kind of both of you. She's a little taller. As she just tilts her head down. Think of kind of like Galadriel, just like very good posture, just kind of like looks down. You notice that as her head moves, there's like a slight delay in what your eye sees. It's like, yeah. And to both of you, she says, we have answers, but you have to ask the right questions. Can you do that?
I think so.
I would hope so. I think this is time to ask your question.
I know, trying.
No pressure.
How do I get my family back?
Perseverance.
How do I use this space to get answers for that perseverance?
Devotion.
What constitutes devotion here?
Everything.
Yeah. I imagine her voice is like echoey.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah.
Where do I start with everything?
You already have.
I knew it.
Jesus Christ.
So how long will this take?
I'm so glad I'm not Hannah right now.
This is rough.
You're doing great.
Well,
You are. You're doing great. She's the head of a monastery. She's gonna be cryptic. It's fine.
Shade's gonna be.
if I'm lost, what question do I need to ask?
Say that again.
If I'm lost, what question do I need to ask?
Perhaps, where am I?
Okay. Where am
A monastery.
I? What does this monastery represent to me?
It seems as though you do not have the right questions.
I don't really know where to start. I've been lost for a long time. It's hard for me to know exactly what you're asking from me, and
She looks to Taliesin. Maybe he can teach you how to center and how to
Teach you how to meditate.
how to find yourself. And then she looks to Taliesin. And you, what do you seek here?
A If I can ask anything.
You cannot. You must ask the correct questions.
What can I do to become like the spirits?
Can't. You must be you. Your master did not train you to be like the spirits. He trained you to be like him.
You know, Master Zed. Please don't tell him I'm here.
I like to imagine he's been totally stoic at that point.
I also like to
God.
imagine she actually laughed.
I at least got a giggle out of that.
She did not. I did. She did not. She just nods her head as you asked, "Do you know him?" And you said, "Please don't tell him I'm here." And she just stares at you with no emotion.
Yikes.
To find oneself is to center one's energy, and to center one's energy is to complete oneself. Where is she to begin in that when she is not of us? She is not trained, molded, sculpted like us. She is of nature, she is of Verum, right?
Yes.
Yeah. That's the right spirit, right? The wild one? I'm asking Shay. Sorry, I can't remember.
No.
What's the wild?
The Varin are just the name of the general spirits.
What's the name of the wild one? The wild spirit.
That's not where she's from.
Oh, okay. But I'll just say the Varin.
It says, no. And then she looks to Val. Your journey started when your parents decided to do a forbidden ritual. And she looks at your celestial tattoos. Brave of you to come here.
Why is it forbidden? That's a good question.
Why is it forbidden?
For the first time, she moves and she starts to walk. And as she does, there's it's like watching something in like slow motion as she just slowly turns and walks. And she looks behind and just waves you along.
Oh, I'm coming.
Is there like a
Here we
border
go.
trail
Yeah.
behind? That's sick.
Yeah. And yeah, never mind. You follow, I'm assuming, right? So she actually takes you down one of the paths, and this is the most uncomfortably slow walk of your fucking life. Every step is
Follow a
just,
companion.
and it takes forever. But
You we're going to the city.
you follow this path downward, down the other side of where you guys kind of docked at, and you come across this towering platform that on it has these runes, and the runes, as you approach, start to light up in a specific order. And she looks at you and just kind of lets a smirk, the first time really showing any emotion, lets a smirk on her face and says, "See? Do you see?"
I think so. What constellations are these?
Not constellations, dear. These are runes.
What do they mean?
Is it in a certain language what the runes are?
It's not a language. They're just symbols.
Oh.
It's like magical symbols. You've been here, child.
Here.
And she looks up at the platform. You've stood there.
I'll look up. Is there anything there?
No, it's a platform.
Okay.
And she said, "You stood there." And she looks up at it.
Why don't I remember that?
You must have been an infant.
This is where my parents brought me. Am I being punished for what they did?
Yes.
Don't you wish you were orphaned out?
What was the ritual for? Did you say I hope
You said, "Don't you wish
Don't
they
you
were
wish
orphaned
we
out?"
were out?
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry. That was an intrusive thought.
Alright, I'll take that back.
If I was an infant, if I was an innocent in this, why am I punished in this and not them? Why is my child punished?
These are not the right questions.
Oh, God.
What is the ritual for?
To tether oneself.
To
What?
And she contemplates for minutes before answering. To the astral plane, of course.
he said, I don't know if I was there when you said it. I don't remember.
I
You
assume
tell me if I'm wrong.
with, yeah.
But your kids, your wife, your husband and child are there in the
Yeah.
astral plane.
Mm-hmm.
And there's some big it that has them, yes?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
If you were a tether, another word for tether is bridge, something reached across you and took your children? Yes? No?
Her parents did it.
Why did your
Why would the parents do that?
Sins
Yeah.
of the father.
Cough.
Why did my parents do this to me?
You should ask them.
What can be gained from a tether to the astral plane?
I brought him.
Infinity can be gained.
So, Evan,
And that's a lot.
Evan,
I'm a tool. What?
Did your family get taken in exchange for your parents?
Yeah, I guess. Did my family get taken in exchange for my parents?
Something that the parents gain.
what if they gained everything? Are your parents very powerful?
Who are your parents?
She answered.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I the only one that remembers them?
That's the tether.
You're the bridge.
You're the bridge.
Do you know what would reach across and take them?
And I do not. All we know about this ritual and why it's forbidden is that it communicates with something. Grants possible, impossible things.
My parents been using the tether.
I cannot know.
Are your parents warlocks?
I don't know. I never saw them. This was the only result of anything they ever did, at least that I know of. They were normal, as far as I know.
I've been doing this for thousands of years. This ritual's been forbidden for all of that time.
Have you seen this before?
Personally, no, I have not. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. How can I use the tether to get my family back?
This is the right question.
We got there, ladies and
Look how Mike
gentlemen.
maybe gets all hyped. There could be many ways, but you may be able to communicate through your subconscious. Maybe you may be able to bridge that gap. More importantly, your body has created. She's looking at your constellations. Your body has the coordinates. You are the map. So in some ways, you are, as I stated at the beginning, you started this, on this journey, the moment your parents put you on that platform. But being that this is a rare occasion, I might let you perform a certain ritual. Call it the Whispering Leaves. Would you be okay for this sacrifice?
What does it require from me?
All of you.
I'm gonna.
A monk, one of my students, would take years of devotion.
Devotion to what?
He looks up at the stars. To something that your friend Vel here, or I don't think you've said your name, your friend here, has been devoted to her whole life, whether she knew it or not.
I'll do anything. I'll do anything.
Now you sound like your parents. And she turns to walk back up to the monastery.
You and I are paralyzed off of bad fucking poison, and she's about to have a transcendent god.
That's what we were trying to get to.
Do you follow her? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you guys get back into the monastery and you go into a closed kind of prayer room.
You guys are being stared at by me with I'm trying to pick balloons.
I'm just working.
This prayer room she calls the Azure Canopy, as the roof is in this beautiful glowing azure color, and it's creating this kind of coat, kind of like in here, kind of like coat of all over the ground, but it's still lit by moonlight behind. Sort of, yeah. Well, besides the stress of.
I bet your heart is pounding.
Oh, just a little.
But she has you walk up to a podium. And on the podium there is a leaf, one of these bioluminescent leaves. It is obviously dormant. It's not lit up right now. And she tells you, once you pick up this leaf, it becomes tethered to you. This is yours. Speak your message into the leaf. Blow it into the wind. And as she says that, the ceiling sort of opens, and you see a visual wind current, like a ethereal wind current above the ceiling of this room you're in. It looks unlike anything you've ever seen, kind of like the northern lights, just waving through. And she says this message can go to anyone. Make it count.
Ooh, a single message.
And they can and will respond.
Yeah.
Would you like to be private for this message?
Yeah, we can all leave if you'd like to be.
I must be here.
That's okay. I probably will say what I said.
But I will say, before you commit to this, you must give everything.
I'm just looking at the other monks here.
Much ways in the way I do my deals. Are you desperate enough to make a deal?
Like,
Yeah.
will you be able to walk away from this?
I don't know.
She's right there.
Yeah, I'm trying. Sorry.
You can't help her. We're not here.
Will I walk away from here after I finish this?
That is up to you.
I guess you could wheelchair out here.
What is everything to you?
There's an asterisk.
Everything is a concept. Everything is what you make it to be.
I would give up everything that this, and I'll point to the constellations. I would give up all of this if it means I get them back. I can
Well,
have
you don't
it.
get
I
them
don't
back.
want it.
You get a message to him.
I know. He can respond. Maybe he can tell me. He can tell me what's happening. He can tell me what's plaguing all of us. I have to do it. And I'm gonna look at her and say, tell me what to do.
I already have.
Touch the leaf.
Okay.
Say your message.
As you take the leaf, a surge of energy runs through your body. You feel like you just drank 5 cups of coffee. Like you're just alert. You can hear the colors. Like it's everything is so vibrant. Like you're so connected to everything around you right now. As you in this moment of kind of possibly panic, as you're experiencing the world in a whole different way right now, you look over and you see Tellison. And as you look at Tellison, you see his body, his form. You see not just the clothes that he's wearing, but you see this energy within him, and it's almost more vibrant than the colors that he loves to dress himself in. You see a primal being within him. You see his horns do not look black. They look crystal and diamond. They look his whole frame looks different. It looks bigger. It looks bestial in a way. And as you look over at Misa, she does not look like an elf. She is taking up this room as
She is we.
Her body is the form of a long sort of like Western Chinese snake. Like the dragon. Like the dragons.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that are just like really slender and long. Kind of look
Eastern
like
style.
Yeah, Eastern style, sorry, not Western. Eastern style like Chinese like, dragon.
It's essentially like the Dragon Ball Z dragon.
It's like wound up like all throughout this room.
I feel a lot more
In and over of itself, and just like looking at you with sort of the like tendrils coming out of its like kind of face and like the whiskers and everything, and she's just like bobbing there, floating, watching.
Is there anything else I can see? Can I see the current, like the wind, all of that?
Yeah, this whole room just becomes like open, and you just see, you see the stars vibrantly, but you see this like this current, just right above you, just flowing like a river.
What do I look like? Do I look different?
You look like your elven self. Not elven, but like your tiefling self.
Okay.
You don't look blue. Or like, you don't have the stars and all that, sorry.
Okay. So I guess I'll look down at the leaf. Elias, I don't know where you are. I don't know what has you. But I am coming for you. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you feel. Tell me what's happening. Tell me what took you. This is the only chance we have. Please keep Sarai safe.
In a few moments, and once you release the leaf, throw it up into this current, you watch it just disappear into, it dissolves into like astral dust as it goes away. A few moments pass, and a leaf lands on the platform in front of you.
Taking it.
As soon as you take it, that same jolt. I should say, as soon as you let the leaf go, the room went back to its normal self. I should say that. So when you pick this one up, again, the world gets vibrant. But this time when you look to see your friend and this mentor, this monk, you don't see anything. It's you're back in that same dream. You turn and you're back in that dream, and on a platform, just out of reach distance away, you can see your husband and your daughter's face clearly as they're only maybe 30 feet away on this platform, floating in nothingness in the astral sea. And you see him mouth something, but you can't hear anything. And you see your daughter kind of like reaching for you and screaming. And you realize that they're screaming at something behind you. And as you turn, you see a face the size of a world right behind you. And you're looking at its eye. And just this reverberating, like deep growl looks into you with this eyeball, and the entire world around you shakes. This building that you stand in seems to shake, and it just says, "They are mine. They're aetherbound." And then like a shatter in your head, and you let go of the leaf because the pain is too severe. You take 14. Sorry, you take 14 psychic damage as you watch this thing. As you're letting go of the leaf, you watch this thing, like mouth open, like swallow your husband and daughter. And you let the leaf go, and it just falls to the ground. And in this room, you see Telesin and Misa.
What is aetherbound? What is aetherbound? What is that? I'm like panting.
You see her correct her posture as if she's slouching it all just slightly. Is that what you heard?
That's what it was a giant face. And it said, "They're mine, they're aetherbound," and then
For the first time, like, there's emotion. Like, she kind of smirked earlier, but other than that, it's been pretty still-faced. You see a little bit of fear on her eyes as she kind of gets stern for a moment and says, "Are you sure that's what you heard?"
that is absolutely what I heard.
Well, this is more serious. That means Saw's involved.
Saw?
S-A-H. Saw.
Saw.
Does that name ring a bell?
Probably not.
Okay.
Probably not, to be honest. It's something that only people who are like devout worshippers of the astral plane and all that would know. He's essentially his own version of a god.
What does he...
If you are aetherbound, that means a deal was struck. Aetherbound means a deal was struck with Saw.
His parents made a deal.
It can't be easily broken. I don't know how.
But it can be.
You would have to go there.
Find the terms of the deal.
I suggest you speak with your parents.
Do they remember performing this ritual?
We never talked about it other than to say that I was clearly blessed. That's what they said. I was blessed.
Are they followers of Saw?
If they are, they never spoke to me about it.
Is there any...
I don't understand why that would not come up. I don't understand why they would do this and then not recognize the consequences. That doesn't make any sense.
Is there any symbols of Saw that would be known if she saw one in her parents' home? Eyes, tongues, daggers, I don't know.
No, he's he is bigger than a symbol. He takes up space.
What does he offer?
Which in the astral plane is a very big deal.
What does he offer? What kind of deals does he make?
You're alive. But... Is the leaf still on the ground?
Mm-hmm. He offers what is requested.
I've never even heard
But he takes what he wants.
Just don't understand what would have been so valuable to them to strike a deal like that. That doesn't make any sense. What do I need to do?
I would talk with your parents. Find your center. Don't approach them with anger. They will become defensive. Try to understand them. Only then you will understand their reasonings.
Maybe what they're getting out of this.
I'll take some cloth out. Just one of my other outfits. Use wind to make a leaf go in there and wrap it up. And she like, drop it. So,
Because I feel
Are
like
we
Bilbo.
supposed
yeah. Here you go. I don't want to touch it. Your nose is bleeding, by the way.
Alright.
Okay.
Do you need this back?
I don't. It really has no value anymore, but you can keep it if you like.
I didn't know if it was going to
Okay, I'll
make
keep
you
it.
hurt again.
I
That's
don't
fair.
believe so.
Thank you. Yeah. Likely we'll be back.
So
at
about
some
Zed.
You'll like, very concerned. Like, yeah. Yes.
Why have you left?
To be honest, for a long time, Master has kept me very close. And I grew antsy. That's why. And I met some friends. And these friends have troubles, as you can see. I would like to help them with their troubles. Just, wiping the blood away. And I would like to beat my siblings one day, make a name for myself. A list of other goals I can't do under Master's name.
Is that what's important to you? Beating your siblings?
It's part of it, but to be quite frank with another master, which I shall be brutally honest, I wish to complete myself. To finish cultivating myself and to reach my final destination, whatever that may be.
And you think helping these new friends of yours is going to do that?
It could, but if I don't, then they may die. That's not good. That'll be an inner demon I'll have to deal with later, and I don't want to have to deal with that. If I can appease my conscience now, then why not help my friends and grow stronger than doing it so in isolation?
You will need to learn to deal with loss.
I believe I'm ready for loss. I'm ready for loss of heart, limb, mentally. But if I can stop it, then
I'm saying you need to learn to not have to control the outcome and accept loss.
that is a harder lesson to learn than
It's one you'll need to complete if you intend to complete yourself.
I know.
You're young. Your master is young.
It is? Sorry. He is quite old in my eyes. But yeah, I would say so. How long have you known?
We grew up together.
Do you have horns like he does?
Keep them hidden, but yes.
Okay. I would appreciate any teachings you have to pass on from your monastery to mine. We may be different in terms of technique, but lessons are all the same down under.
Never been to Australia.
Crikey.
He said, well, I think the first lesson I've already taught you. Just you need to accept it. Hopefully, you don't have to find out in a personal way. But accepting loss is something that you must be able to relinquish your guilt from and accept it.
Even if it's loss of myself.
If you've lost yourself, then there's no point in learning lessons.
I appreciate your teachings and I'll do a deep bow.
She just nods her head. Now, why don't you go get your friends at my gate? They're causing problems.
Sorry. I am solving.
We pan back
solutions.
hours later, and you guys are just full on fist fighting.
They keep taking spice.
What the fuck are y'all doing?
The rules are both legs can't leave the ground at the same time. We power walk to that. you tie my shoes?
But-
Every time you sit there.
You guys come back, and you see Tarek with your friends, and he's just sitting there meditating with the chaos going on around him, holding the hand of
I'm in it.
what's your character's name?
Emberlyn.
Emberlyn, and trying to create a center for himself as all of this chaos and arguing's going on.
She's
around.
trying relentlessly to pull me into the meditation.
Are you-
I don't give a fuck about that.
Are you sitting with him as well, or are you part of?
I'm holding
what's
your
going on?
hand because I'm trying to learn.
I know that's why I was asking, but I know he's the catalyst to whether or not you're involved.
That's very true. It's very true.
I'll be sitting there. I won't be meditating. I'll probably take like a short rest while we're doing this, but pretending.
You're like, he's emotional support
I
dog.
took a short rest to heal up.
As we walk back, I am going to say, so while I was communing, I
I
saw
healed
some
him.
things.
That's nice.
Sure. What'd you say?
I saw you. You
I remember that.
you didn't look like you.
Oh, yes.
You look bigger, and your horns were crystal. Is that
Yeah.
what's up with that?
Well, I'll reach up to my horns and I'll scratch a bit, and you'll see like paint flake off, and it's just bright diamond underneath. I'll just take it up in the thing.
How long have is that how it is? Why do you hide that?
People like to take diamond, and I used to be a child, not a person who could
And I used
defend
to be a
myself.
child. No way.
And then I'll also pull up my
I lived in a
sleeves,
cave.
because like I have like
I
enough
was a child in a cave.
and then here and like every joint is covered with diamond, and so like here and then there, like I'll show them my shoulders and stuff.
So you're doing this in front of all of us?
No, this
No,
is walking
no,
out.
no, no, He's ready to steal you.
No, it was just good
It's-
to know.
Is
It's-
that you also? It wasn't just the horns. You were huge. You were big.
Oh, I can't transform if that's what you're
I
asking. Not,
could
not
just-
that I've ever been able to.
There seems so when I looked at her, she was
She was quite nice.
she was she looked like a dragon, some type of dragon snake.
That makes a lot more sense.
Does that make sense? Because that doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that makes a lot more fucking sense.
It was
That's why she's so fucking old.
she's
Sorry.
very powerful.
The
I
man
looked
snaked
at
him.
her. That looked a little true form to me, and then I looked at you, and you had there was a lot going on under there.
I don't know about that, but my siblings learn the way of the dragon. Is their monastery technique. It's not what I learned. I wasn't allowed to learn it.
There might be more there. Just
Yeah, I mean, I do have horns. I've thought about it, but everyone always called me a tiefling, and so
never
that's what
seen-
I went with.
No, I've never seen tiefling like you.
Yeah,
I've seen many.
that's why I wear.
That's,
I wear a lot of
I
clothes.
understand that. It's yeah.
People take diamonds from people, and when you're a kid, all it takes is taking the kid. So that's why I was never allowed to leave my master.
That makes sense.
But
Well.
they grow. I mean,
If there is something, it was evident. So just
I've never known who my parents were. Never know any of that. Technically, I'm like a wolf in like some of them, but I don't like to say that.
yeah,
so.
that's fair. There's a lot going on there too. Lots of complexes. I assume you want me to keep that to myself.
I would prefer it.
All right.
Only, I don't want my horns causing problems. They don't need to be.
That's fair.
Or it's also kind of funny. Goody hates me as a tiefling. Like, I might not be one. I don't
That's
fucking know.
true. He seems to hate a lot of people.
He must hate mirrors.
Yes.
See
Must be a
what?
problem.
Mirrors.
If you ever came across one, maybe. Sure, if he was ever in front of water, you'd be like,
As we start nearing, I'm assuming we hear shouting and fighting and
We were gone for like.
Racing and
We were gone for like 4 hours. Fuck.
outside. Yeah, well,
Yeah, they got antsy down there.
yeah.
But you guys return, and there's a
Incredibly
speed
dense.
walking competition. All the plants are completely blacked out over here.
Look, goody goody is cheating. I knew it.
Okay, this next one's for the ball. Best out of 7.
Quit embarrassing yourself, old man.
Oh, look, they're back.
Oh,
I'll go to the monk. Probably.
Sorry that took a while.
Thank you for watching my friends.
I hardly
I
noticed
would
they
call
were
you a
here.
friend.
I hardly noticed they were here.
Is he lying?
His eyes
I
were
mean, you're,
closed the whole time.
you're basically
No,
kid related.
he's a pro at meditating. Did you get your answers?
And more questions, but we have some direction.
Perfect.
Yes.
So, you guys getting back on the ferry to leave?
Get back on the ferry to
Yeah.
find Erwin.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
So, as you guys get back on the ferry, Tadek pulls you aside, Vel, and just like kind of softly whispers in your ear, take care of, and he gestures to Aberdeen. He's like, take care of her.
Was something said?
She needs a little extra attention. And that's all he says is,
She's just radiating negative energy.
I'm such a positive scaredy cat.
They just murdered someone the first time.
I know.
I'm
I'm dealing with
a
it.
murdered brother, and
I mean, your world is collapsing.
It's a good thing I have such a calm, caring, wonderful best
your
friend.
mom is dying.
Yes.
You secretly made a
He's
deal
definitely
with
not bringing
us.
you down at all.
That's why I think I'm very positive, because I'm alive. I'm doing pretty well.
Yep.
I'm stable.
Sure are.
sure are.
I'm not the one walking. That's why everything's okay.
Well,
we get other
I'm glad y'all didn't kill
Okay.
each other.
so
I tried to disengage, but this.
So you guys get back on the ferry to go back down. It takes about 15 minutes. The mom and daughter are not on this to return, obviously.
Did it join us?
No, they never left.
Very cool.
Yeah, they're still up there.
Soylent Green situation, I get it.
What's that?
It's Soylent Green situation, I get it.
Yeah. But you guys go back down. It's been about 4 hours or so since you last left, or since you've been waiting. Yes?
On the way down, if I could just real privately walk up to Thrice. I'd like to say,
You don't want his head, right?
Just in the word like a
Look,
10-foot by 5-foot ferry.
And I'll use whispers.
yeah.
Like we make eye contact, and
Yeah.
I just wanted that to be clear.
You walk up, look at him, and you're like, do the thing.
Yeah. That's where it is. It's like, I was like, oh, right. I'm like, you and I talk privately, so to speak.
Did neither of us move?
Yeah.
Staring at each other.
You hear me say, I don't think you and I had the best of terms when we made our deal. So I'd just like to say, as much fun as you and I being paralytic together was, I'd like to ask you, normally my clientele is a little bit more desperate. So if I could intrude on a bit of privacy, what did you write down? And I'd like to say this is the only time I've ever asked somebody this. I'd like you to be as truthful as possible.
Let's just say I'm pretty desperate. And I'll just kind of stop there.
And I go, I didn't get that air about you, but if that is the case, then the deal is good on my account.
Okay.
I wanted it.
Did it turn into daylight once we got back on
Oh,
the...
yeah.
Go back to
Yeah.
daylight? Not nighttime anymore.
Please step out like, ah.
Are we thinking it's like what, 1 o'clock maybe?
Yeah, it's probably like, I'd say like 2. Yeah, 1 or 2, something like that.
It's dark.
Yeah, it's like the cave.
love it.
Ooh.
Oh, fuck me.
Man, that place just gave me the heebie-jeebies. I'm not even gonna lie.
I couldn't tell from your tripping and running
You
and
could try it.
I don't want to try
I've
it.
got plenty more.
It wasn't running, it was speed walking.
Yes, also if he offers you any type of powder, red or gold, don't take it.
It's a spice. I'll put it
Why
on
would
your food.
why would I-
What
I will say,
happened?
the
They
red,
went
the
on-
red was incredibly good.
They went on a
So
nice
was the gold.
internal adventure. Didn't seem like they had a great
Enjoying.
time.
You took drugs.
I peeled,
Yeah,
I peeled off a bit of my
Starlight
skin. Like,
Gardens?
it seems alright.
I don't think it was trouble.
I don't think it was.
Because they both like what I thought originally, they would like kneeling down, like, oh, you know, I guess making fun of you guys, and then they didn't get back up, and then I realized they were both seizing. So
Seizing and paralyzed. Seizing.
you seized and then you were paralyzed in the seizing motion.
Well, it was more the drooling that was the problem, I think. But
Yes, it was very
I've done it before.
It was
plenty
a
of
brief
times.
moment of respite. I wouldn't say it was. I was in distress.
You've never lived until you've gotten that close to death.
He does it on like a weekly basis. That's pretty normal.
She just talked to us.
I wouldn't read into that.
Hey, that's progress.
That was progress.
Progress.
Hey, that's more than I've ever gotten out of
Yeah.
her. She sounds bad.
I can't believe I did that.
God, they can hear me.
Hey, you did great, Aberdeen. I'll like tap her lightly.
You touched the throat just enough for
That's
her
not too
to
far.
Hey, progress.
You didn't
A
see
step
that.
forward is a step forward.
Listen, I'm gonna pay
Step
anyone.
forward, 2 steps back.
I'll pay any of you guys 50 gold if you can tell me what color her eyes are. I'm still haven't figured that
I'm
out.
gonna guess brown. They're
I was like, here you go, you little shithead.
Are they like green?
No. But he won't
I, have
know
to,
that.
I assumed he knows.
My guess is brown.
Who knows?
Who knows? I don't really
So-
share this.
You guys arrive back. It's probably, like we said, like maybe 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So just afternoon. What's the plan?
Erwin.
Erwin. Oh, at the farmer's market.
Yes.
So you guys walk back towards the farmer's market, and it's still kind of going. It wasn't a half-day event. They're still popping off.
Dang.
Hell yeah.
Erwin's still popping off.
Yeah, you get over to it and you see Erwin at his table with some of the trinkets have been sold.
How many?
Not a lot. We'll say a handful is generous.
Are they different colors? Like
Yeah.
There's brass and okay. That's
Oh,
crazy.
I thought you meant the color of the paint.
Oh,
No,
well,
they're all
color.
the same. They're all the same.
Metal.
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 Again, the paint. Yeah. the paint.
Yeah, it's like a bronze.
I just didn't know because we have what purple and
Red?
2 purple and 2 coppers.
okay.
Oh, copper.
I was wondering if you had other.
They're
colors.
copper, right? You
What are
said?
the colors
Where's the
like?
other purple one?
There's only 1 purple.
Right, 1 purple.
Is it?
Copper or bronze, yeah.
Oh, bronze. That's the better word. Sorry, not copper.
Basically, the with the colors than purple and bronze.
Erwin, we have a business venture for you. We've all talked it over.
Hello.
Walter bought a bar. We need a bartender. We thought of you.
Are you serious?
Permanent passive income, basically.
Hold
You'll
on.
be working.
Passive.
But
Passive income. It's only working.
Well, it's more like a managerial position because he could hire a bartender on our show.
I've managed my own business for years.
and that's why we thought of you.
Also, remember, you might have to give up your own business in order to run this one.
You can run it out of the front.
Couldn't I just sell my trinkets at the
You
bar?
can run it out of the front.
Get them all liquored up and sell those faulty eyes as much as you want.
Well, they're not. I mean, they're just pretty. They're not faulty.
You can sell whatever you want.
By
I don't
chance,
really
where did
care.
you
Yeah,
find
what's-
this design?
It's just been stuck in my head. Just keep seeing it. See it
Stuck-
everywhere.
stuck
It's like I
on
see
your
it on
head or
every
stuck
person
in
I
your
look
head?
at. And he looks at all of you and you all have eyes. It's like I see it everywhere I look.
Yeah, there are. Yeah, I get it. Eyes everywhere.
Can I
But how
insight
about you
check
go
that?
back
Yeah.
to the? We'll go back to the bar. Show you where it's at.
Okay.
Are you selling it?
I'm
19.
not having a great sales day, but I thought it was just because there's been so many other better options for people to spend their point on. I think it may be a location. It's the first time trying here.
You would
So
you would try back at the bar.
maybe
19 on
Okay,
insight.
let's go.
19. He is not telling the truth about where he got the design.
I did ask. I wonder if I asked if I could with his insight because mine's 18. I rolled. Would be stuck in your head or stuck on your head? Is something I asked.
I would like to walk around behind him.
So funny. That's so funny. I don't even know what that means, but it makes me laugh.
Can I?
Sure. Yeah, if you want. He's like, oh, what's up, friend?
That's crazy. I forgot to go to the bar. What are you doing?
Wait, why are you talking to him like that? I don't get it. Is everything okay? Yeah, I mean, you guys don't have to buy anything if you don't want to, but I'm super
I'm
happy.
trying to buy you, honestly.
Oh, well, I am not for sale. I am. Like, let's talk.
Yeah, I know you are.
What's the
What's
salary?
your yearly salary that you're requesting?
Like 10, 15 gold. Wait, yearly?
Yeah.
I I don't know. I've never been paid by the year before.
Okay, how about 100
100
gold
gold
Yeah.
for the year.
for the year?
That'd be.
You sell your other profits in the front.
Ooh.
We don't care about that.
Lodging included.
Well, we could even say it's an upfront cost
Yeah,
for
lodging
managing the
included.
bar. Our goal. We can work out the details with the.
Wait, I get paid up front.
Yeah, I'll give it to you right
Sure,
now.
why not?
We just gotta go
That
sign
would
a
be
contract.
that would be one of my better sales days.
What if he?
It's gonna be your second best sales day.
Yeah, well, I said one of my better.
It's not two.
That's true.
Yeah, that could. Yeah, I mean, once I finish up here today, Where's the bar at? I can go to you.
We can just go. Are you seriously gonna keep selling?
Yeah, I'm pretty committed to it.
Always got the effort.
I need to sell out before I can move. That's sort of like a mentality I have. I need to sell.
How
How much
many
you got?
How many you got left?
There's like 40. There's like 40.
How much gold would that be?
How about a
Just
50
one
gold sign-on bonus and I take all your
Since
trinkets?
a piece of-
Well, it's more about spreading the message. I mean, the spreading the like
The message of
beauty of
Metro?
it.
Buy
The
it.
beauty of
You go
it.
pass it out as we walk for free.
No.
I'll buy it all. You can then pass them out as we walk for free.
How about this? I'm just going to tell everybody around the thing. You know.
Can I detect
It's
magic
real.
to see if
That's it.
anything on the table is magic?
Go for it. Yeah.
I'm gonna do that.
What'd you do?
I'm gonna detect magic and see if anything magical is on the table or around him in general.
Erwin, you can spread the good word of the seer at the bar.
I don't know what that means.
Come on. Come on.
Can I insight that? or
You can
do I
say
keep the same message?
I don't know what that means, guys. I don't know anyone named the seer. Anything named this anyone anything any seers.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You're really floundering.
I don't know what that word means either. So
Some of the
Was there
sharp-
anything on the table or on him that was magical?
yeah, you can that see through clothes? Or does it need to be like
I think lead is the only thing that keeps
okay?
it from
Then yeah,
Uh,
you see like a medallion.
Or it's like 1 foot of stone.
One
There's
foot,
like
yeah.
one foot
Okay.
of stone, 1 foot of dirt, or
No,
wood,
you're good.
or one.
Then you see it.
Okay.
It's like a little penny shaped, like penny sized
1 foot of dirt.
thing in his pocket.
I'm
Who knows what that could be?
I'm
I
gonna
know.
put my hands on the table and
I literally was
In,
like,
like,
can't do that.
half covered by one of my fingers. I'm gonna have the purple one. But do I need to contact the big boss, or will you come with us to the bar? And I've got it where he can see it. It's sitting on the. I'm not holding it up.
And he's like,
Do I need to contact the big boss, or can we go to the bar?
I don't think you should. I don't think you should have that.
I already talked to him. Let's go to the bar, please.
I really don't think you should play with that. I don't think you should have that. You should probably get rid of it.
Should we go to the bar?
I'm not going in. I don't want to go anywhere. This is scary.
Come on.
You shouldn't have that.
Why?
I thought you didn't know anything about the seer.
I don't know anything about the seer. I don't like that though.
Why? What is that?
Well, it's obviously the inspiration
Okay,
for the
that,
pieces
but-
you've got here.
Oh no, no, no. That's not my inspiration. No, I like eyeballs. So you can see things, not seer things, but you can see things.
Mm-hmm.
Eyeballs.
Are you sure you'll let
I'll
me
go step
try?
behind him, and then there's a little
Come on, come to
saw
the-
blade
Come to
in
the
his back.
bar, Erwin.
What? Stop. Just stop.
But
Sliding
hey,
hand.
listen, I think everybody's being a little too strong. Let's
There's
put away-
literally a
let's
knife
put
in my
away
back.
the
There's
eye.
literally a knife in my back.
Just stop.
There's literally a knife in my back.
Bryce,
There's literally a knife in my fucking back right now.
Take it from his back.
and I'll say, listen,
Oh
we're
my
just,
god.
you just want you can do your business as you see fit on behalf of us on the rest of the bar. Walter, if we could put that away. please.
There's literally no chance I go back to that bar with you.
All
You're
right,
just
well,
gonna kill me. Like
I
you
was
just
gonna
tried to
try-
kill me in public daylight.
I was gonna try to cast sharp.
Why would I go to a daylight? Why would I do
Pass it
that?
then.
Well, no, I cast sharp person.
Yeah.
What's the save?
It's it should be a wisdom save.
Is he wise?
It's not unwise.
What's the DC to beat?
He rolled a 19 on the die,
That'll do.
My way?
but he looks at you. He looks at you now.
No,
He's
no,
like,
no,
Not
he
your
succeeds.
way.
He looks at
He
you
has
now and he's
more
like-
answers than he's giving us.
He knows I tried.
He's like, that's not nice.
My apologies.
Neither is keeping secrets.
I'm just trying to be friendly.
Alright.
I'm
If
just
you-
trying to sell trinkets. You guys surrounded me and stabbed me in the back.
We haven't stabbed you in the back.
You
would
literally
know.
just stabbed me in the back.
I know. If
He
it
lifts
was
up his
on
shirt.
you.
He lifts up his shirt and there's like blood trickling down. You literally stabbed me.
That was a poke. But I can show you what it's
Oh
like.
my god.
So technically, soul blades don't
This
leave.
is why they want
any
us down to the city.
Oh, well, whatever. The point is, you stabbed me in the back.
Do you want to take us to him then?
I don't know where he is.
What
No
is
one
it?
knows where he is.
What is your
We shouldn't
connection
do
to
this in
him?
the middle of the
'Cause I know
farmer's
that
market.
We
I
need
know
to
that
not
you are
do this
telling me.
here.
I know that you
Let's
are
go
telling.
somewhere.
He's not going
Okay.
anywhere.
He's not going
I'm not
anywhere.
going anywhere.
Obviously.
So I'm wondering what your connection is with him, because there obviously is some, and maybe you're not consciously aware of it, but you are making these in semblance of this that he has.
Sure.
So what is your connection with this person, the seer, whichever you want to call him?
Yeah, I don't really want to talk to you guys anymore. I'd like it if you guys left my shop.
And we'd like it if you went to the bar.
To
But obviously
murder
that's
me.
not happening.
No.
We're not going to murder you. I
I
can't speak for Thrice, but I can speak for at
If you
least
can't if you can't speak for the we, then don't say we.
Thrice. Thrice.
That's all I'm saying.
Thrice, do you promise not to kill him if we
He's
take him to the
going
bar?
to kill me. He might kill me right here.
Well,
We're
But
trying
at least
to
if
get
you do it here,
information.
people will
There's no
see. I'm not
sense
going
in
to a
killing
private
him.
place with you guys when
no,
you're already
I
threatening to kill
definitely
me.
have a vendetta
not
of a certain
gonna
type
kill
of person, and unless you're that type of, and I don't think you are. I think you would have already known if you were. So you're probably good.
What do you have a
How much
vendetta
gold
against?
will it take for you to tell us the information we'd like?
Nothing. I value my life.
He's done.
Well, I mean, right now, like if I give you gold, you don't go to the bar with us. I give you gold, you tell us.
Yeah, but then you're still gonna kill me. I don't.
I don't want you. I want Ithriel. And I want
I don't know who that is.
whatever information
That's the
you have.
seer.
Oh, I know who that is.
You just told us that you didn't.
What does
I
So
was
he has it.
lying.
Yeah.
What does he
It's
want
the same
you to do?
person.
What does he want you to do? What are you tasked with doing?
He wants to
He
spread the
gave
message
me
to see it.
he gave me fucking power, man. Like, what do you mean? He gave me power. I can do
Okay.
shit now.
What
do
does he
what?
want you to do for him?
You're a warlock.
I don't know, but I can do stuff that I couldn't do before.
What can you do now?
Like magic and cool shit and stuff that like adventurers do that get all the money and get to go to any brothel they want. But
Hey, you know what? I applaud you for having that in your
and I finally got to do it. So
Has he tasked you with making these?
no, this is just for me.
Just for you. Okay.
This is a
That's
passion
fair.
project.
This apparently was a bad
Passion
move.
project.
Apparently it was a bad move.
It got our attention.
And
Is there anything that you've had to give him in order for you to gain these powers?
yeah, I signed like an agreement with him that he would be able to summon me when needed.
To do what?
He's making warlocks.
I'm not sure yet. I
Oh,
Oh,
haven't
you
been
haven't been summoned.
No, that's why I have, and he pulls out, it's the same thing you guys have. And he's like, I have one of these. Oh. And he looks at the drink, he's like, that's why. And, and he puts it away, and he's like, wow, I guess I was doing that. That is so fun. That is so funny. Oh.
That's why we thought of you.
See, we're all friends. No one needs to murder me.
So can I like, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know what you're saying.
Where he just put that. I'm just gonna.
Are you still standing right next to him?
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna be careful. But yes, you can. I will
We
say,
have 3 of them.
after some of this commotion and some of this conversation,
I was gonna say people.
there's a crowd that's like being parted through the market as you guys start to you guys are focused on Erwin and talking to him, but keep kind of like looking as like there's a storm of people that are walking through, and it's like pushing people out of the way, and like you guys hear a cart get crashed and pushed over as there's like a mob of people, and one guy at the front is just like throws this woman into this cart and pushes her aside, and he just yells, "Thing!" And everyone freezes. And he's staring right at your group.
I would like to hide behind his back.
Does he look-
I'm gonna push her behind someone else's neck.
Does he look
Rennee's not with us.
And he has like 30 guys with him.
I just like to
And they're all dressed very similar to the way that
Pirates.
Oh my god.
Right,
You
so-
already killed them.
I would
Oh, you're
Foul.
Fang.
I would tell Erwin of like, you gave us what we needed. I'd leave.
Erwin's like, yeah, let me get my trinket.
Thank you for the information, Owen.
And he's like,
And I'll hand him 10 gold. There you go.
he's like, if you still need that bartender, let me know.
We should still hire him.
And this crowd, they start like walking closer. The guy in the front is a human, but he's fucking big. He's He's a big dude, and he's walking up, and he looks a little older, probably in his like late 40s, early 50s. And there's maybe, like I said, maybe 25, 30 guys with him. All of them, you kind of see like a lot of them start to like let this purplish blade kind of emerge from their hand as they look at all of you, but they all focus on Thrice.
Walter was like squaring up until he saw all the blades. He's like,
and he said, "You, come here."
Me.
And you look at and you look at
It's like, bitch, what?
and you're staring at Garrick Ford.
Yeah, I know.
He knows who this is.
And he says, "Why is there a $35,000 bill?"
Actually, that guy was part of it. And I'm just going
He's
to point
gone.
as Erwin is running.
He's like, "Come here."
I will. And I'm going to dart away. I'm going to start fucking running.
Should we leave her behind?
Yeah. I'm going to run behind somebody else.
As he goes to run away, they all approach you 7 now. He says, "Which one of you has to die? Pick.
none of us.
Pick.
Go
Someone's
ahead.
gonna die."
Yeah, he go up to Thrice.
I would throw,
We
I throw a
didn't know.
card for my deck of illusions behind them.
Okay.
Wait, what?
I have a deck of illusions.
Uh-huh.
I pull a card out. and I
Actually,
throw
before
it.
you do any of that,
I-
essentially what's going to happen is he's going to come up. I looked at the time. He's going to come and say, "Which one of you are you going to pick to die because of what your friend has done? Choose." And that's where we're going to end this.
I don't want to wait 2 weeks.
Yeah, but now you guys are going to go up with some elaborate bullshit planned.
Yeah, we are.
Okay, real quick, out of game, and I can bring up why in game. But I was thinking of a name, and I imagined.
Oh, for the bar?
Yes. So I
This whole
imagined
time.
when Oren came in earlier and was like, "You guys need to get your shit together." He was like, there were 2 swords on the wall behind him, just like that. And I was thinking of the sword and sword rumen board
Sword and sword rumen board.
in honor of the 2 majestic swords behind the video.
Oh God. Sword and sword rumen board.
The sword and sword rumen board.
Hey, if that's what you want to name it, you can do that.
I submit that to
I'm
you.
gonna-
Then.
What?
I had to double take the
Alright.
bracelet that you're wearing.
See you guys next
because
time.
It says authentic,